Welcome back.
We're back.
Welcome back. We're so back. Welcome back to Secrets Between the Stars.
We're civil. We're locked in.
Calm. All is well in the world. Okay? And with that, I have to say, really quick, my name is Corey, and I'll be back soon.
Oh? Huh? What? Oh?
Okay.
Oh?
Hey, so, I guess, hi, my name is Gary. I haven't introduced myself yet, but what? What?
What? No way! What are you doing?
Howdy and welcome back everybody to Secrets Between the Stars. My name's AJ, your host and GM.
No way!
Let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. We'll start here on the left.
I'm Marcus. Presumably, I'm still playing Valia, the KO Operative Sniper. My fun fact is I didn't think I was going to be going first today, so I didn't really think of a fun fact. I was hoping to steal someone else's. Mine is that Valia has one of Valia's bad habits. There's a hype train.
There's a hype
One of
train.
Valia's bad habits is that she leaves the lights turned off for too long when she enters a room. She'll enter a shadowy room, walk in, and people are like, "Why did you leave the lights off?" And you're like, "Oh, I just kind of forgot about it."
Corey's in the chat. You son of a gun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hi, I'm Riley. I play Clementine the Raxolite Envoy. And fun fact, when Clementine was still a small bean, when she was still a child going by the name Rowan, she had a pet bee that she named Carl, and he sat on her head.
Because she's a flower.
I got it. I connect this time.
Yeah.
She
Well,
got
he's the
flavor
GM.
connector.
He knows.
Oh yeah, our longtime GM of Secrets Between the Stars, AJ. I'm Gary. I play Aster, the redacted Solarian. Fun Gary fact, this will be the second time ever that AJ is GM'd for me. Outside of our very first ever UGT stream, so okay.
Which no longer exists.
No longer exists.
Plain.
If you weren't there, you missed it. Fun fact about Aster, when he was growing up, being experimented on, not being introduced to a ton of stuff, I think Aster, despite his, the nature of when she grew up, I think at the end of the day, what he wanted to be, what he thought about being the most was either being some kind of singer-songwriter or having a place, some kind of music venue where people can come together and jam out. So that's what I got.
Don't worry about it.
No.
We switched soundtracks, it sounds like. I'm very nervous, because I myself have not seen...
I can't go back.
Hi, I'm Logan.
No.
Hi, I'm Logan. I myself have not seen AJ since the miniseries that we did for Secrets Between the Stars. How are you, AJ? Good to
I'm
see
doing
you.
well.
Good to see you. Fun
to
fact
be back.
about Doc, he loves to travel by stars like sailors of old, but he has no idea the names of any of them, so he just names them himself. And when people are like, "Oh, how do you get there?" He's like, "Well, you go west by Old Toothless there." And that's what he does.
Wait a second.
What?
No.
I didn't exactly figure out today, but I figured out Sunday.
No.
What? We're just doing
I can't go back to the slammer.
We're just doing character introductions.
Oh my gosh. My name is Sully. I play. I think I play Chip.
Not sure.
The galaxy's favorite little robot. Fun fact about Chip. Is on Chip's Spotify Wrapped last year.
Which, of course,
It
stands
said
for...
that his aura was empathetic and efficient. And that his top genre was existential bopcore.
And that stands for Space Spotify. Right?
Yes, Space Spot.
Yes.
Space Spotify.
And of course, as I said, I am AJ, your host and GM of Secrets Between the Stars. Of course, nothing strange going on here. Hello, Corey's mom. Insane episode to tune in for.
She tunes in and he's not even
He
here.
leaves immediately.
Oh, we should have never let you guys live together. That's so
Let them live
Your
together.
first mistake. Letting the GMs plot in the comfort of their own home.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow.
My fun fact is that what Sully consumed before the stream is neither a shake nor a smoothie. It is simply a blended fruit drink.
It's a smoothie.
It has none of the required ingredients of either.
I don't agree,
It has
but I
neither-
disagree with you
It
less.
has neither ice nor ice cream. It's neither thing.
This is my personal Dante's. We're both GMs in both universes. We're coming down at me for the...
Is this a better deal?
Oh man.
So, y'all look so confused and disturbed and perturbed.
Yeah.
It's Starfinder. It's Wednesday, my guys. And as we left off, I believe the last thing you had seen as you walked into a room with strange and arcane ritualistic symbols scrawled in circles around the floor, a man at their center practicing what is certainly old magic. Two things happened near at once. The first was that you saw Chip suddenly reappear before you. And the second was that a portal had very abruptly and violently torn itself open before you. A massive sucking force pulling all of you into this darkness, tumbling and falling through a void of whirling colors and strange lights. You had no way of knowing what had happened, not barely a moment to even assess the situation in the room before you were whisked away. Finally, after what felt simultaneously like a second and an eternity, you felt yourself sprawling out on a cold stone floor.
Ice cream.
That's terrible. No, dude, no.
Is that an abacus?
The group of you
Dude, you don't even know.
take a
Oh my
moment
god.
to get your bearings.
No!
Looking around the hallway before you, seeing a charnel house of slaughter. Blood sprayed across the walls, streaked through the floor. Corpses beaten viciously, ripped asunder. Many, the pallor and the color drained from their very flesh, strewn about the passageways. It is hell. And that moment of shock, as you take in all of this, the sights, the smell of undeath, of rot, I need everybody to roll me a d20.
No.
You don't need to add or subtract anything from this. Go and roll it. See what we get.
Oh no!
Oh, we shouldn't do it together.
Oh,
Well,
Was it bad for everybody?
Not great.
We'll find out, Valia.
1.
Ooh, it's bad for Valia, that's for sure.
8.
Quite as bad for Clementine. Aster?
8.
okay.
How about
Okay,
you,
well,
Doc?
1.
Ooh, get him out of the way here.
5.
It's DC 5 to not critically fail, so that's good. The horror you see before you is impossible to describe. And looking around, taking it all in, trying to assess where you are, you find your very grasp of what is and isn't real starting to slip. This is the stress tracker. And the horrors that you encounter within the halls of wherever it is you have been taken here are going to take their toll upon your mind. Nothing can prepare you for this. No particular skill or strength makes you any better when you're pushed to the very brink. It's just a flat check every time. But the more this mounts up for each of you, the more tenuous your grip on reality becomes. But here you are. What do you do?
What in the haystacks just happened?
Doc is gonna start checking pulses of people on the ground.
Chip, you're back. You're back. Are you okay?
I am. Where exactly is back?
Doc, the nearest body to you looks like the lower half of it, nearly from the chest down, has been absolutely crushed, flattened. Bones turned nearly to dust. And beyond that, it looks like it's been melted in a way. Not by heat or by acid, but something that has just pulled apart the very particulate nature of the flesh. Something so antithetical to it that it has just dissolved away. There's no pulse, and you don't really need to get very close to figure that out. They are long beyond hope.
All right, is everybody here? Where's the fellow what made the portal?
I don't see him.
Valia is kind of speechless in this. Like, she's not unfamiliar to scenes of violence and the effects of, gunfights and things like that, but arriving in the middle of a bloodbath like this kind of just took the wind out of her, more or less. Like, just it being thrust into danger instead of kind of seeing the danger develop left her a little shaken.
There's some good news here. We had a hype train at the pre-show.
Yeah, we did.
Ended at level 2, and here at the UGT show, when we get a hype train a live show, whatever tier it ends at, we give out that many hero points to the table. So hey, you rolled a d20 for bad things, why don't you roll a d20 for good things? Top 2 rolls get a hero
Let's
point.
go
Go.
one at a time.
Okay, thanks. Oh!
I'll
we
be
go.
honest.
It's better than it was.
It is. Technically, yes.
11.
19.
I'm not getting it.
I'm not getting it.
Yep. I'm not getting it.
Is it 11 and 19?
ladies.
The ladies. The
I can't tell if
opposite
they're
of what
going for
happened on the
handshake or
Aeons one.
But you also got a villain point.
But I did also
See,
get
that
a
was the
villain point.
feminism from last week.
Balance in the universe. As in Troc, hi GM, who's always been here. As a reminder for what you definitely already know, any villain points spent on Clem the Rexlite will be refunded. Oh, you target's Clem on this show. Oh, okay, fair enough. So this isn't a solely specific targeting device. I'll keep that in mind, thank you. So you look around past the initial shock of the slaughter. Whatever happened here is at a scale that's difficult to comprehend. As Valia said, you're clearly arriving maybe not in the middle of something, but perhaps at the end of it. The halls around you, the walls are lined with bookshelves. Tomes written in a language that looks somewhat familiar, but none of you are able to immediately parse. There's tables and cases that look like they held all kinds of strange arcane implements and tools, the use and likes of which you don't understand. This was a library or a reliquary of some sort.
Aster assessing the situation they're in as best as he can. He just sees that, as you described, they're at the end of something, but he doesn't want to get caught off guard for the beginning of another thing. So Aster looks around, draws his solar weapon from his moat that floats above his head, and goes, I don't know where we are. We need to stay together. Don't get far. We stay in eyesight with each other, okay?
At that, you feel a tremor beneath your feet, the very floor quaking, and you hear the sound of stone being absolutely shattered just to the east of you. Something massive is on the other side of a wall, and it's tunneling, digging, or just causing unknown chaos. Whatever it is, it sounds massive.
We gotta
It
head in
sound-
the opposite direction of that.
It sounds like there's a beast in the east.
Let's get going the other way.
It sounds like West might be best.
I'm saying east for the purposes of you being able to look at the map and tell the direction I'm pointing you in, because obviously you have no sense of orientation here.
I just realized what's going on.
Hey Sully, I got you. It's still your birthday week. Hero point for Nebula 315.
Aw,
Take a card. Put one on there.
a queen.
A queen for a queen.
As the group of you move, I suppose I'll just go with left across this map here,
Away from noise.
away from this horrible noise. Approaching the intersection, you see something odd, a strange heap. It is a mound of pinkish flesh. It looks like it has been rent into numerous pieces, torn apart by some kind of bladed weapons. It looks at first to have its entire outside studded with green and yellow eyeballs, but you realize upon closer inspection they aren't eyes, but strange pus-filled cysts. The thing is massive, maybe 6 feet across. Make me a stress check.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Sully, you don't even know what these do yet.
No. I got a 6.
You're yellow.
No, I'm
yellow.
Oh,
actually red now.
we're going by seat? Because I was going by the color of your little token things.
Oh.
But I guess we should probably go with seat. That's probably easier. So let me do that. Volley is right. Okay, I'll just swap those around. Okay, so you got a 6?
Yes. But I think that the scores were actually correct, because Logan got the 1 last time.
Oh, I guess while I was trying to do that, and I messed it up. Fair enough.
You gotta
6?
trust yourself,
Yeah,
man.
I gotta trust myself. Doc?
A 9.
Master.
A 6.
Cheers to that.
Hey,
Guys are
nice.
new to this.
Cheers.
New to this, I see. I didn't have time to fill my mug, so.
We're not gonna
Cheers,
cheers
you.
you. We were tricked.
Been tricked by the tricky trickster.
7.
7? Ooh.
I can't go back.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I can't go
15.
back.
Hey, Valia!
Can't wait to snap.
Valia seems to settle into this a little quicker. Whatever this creature is, the sight of it doesn't throw you as much. Maybe it's the shock. Maybe it's just less unsettling to you. But you're the only one that kind of holds at that corner. None of you are doing great, though.
I don't think I've ever heard of an alien like this. Have any of you... Do you recognize a creature like this?
Whatever this is, it looks diseased.
Yeah, I won't recommend staying away from it.
We gotta keep moving.
Keep moving, you don't thank you.
As we do, Doc is gonna let everyone pass him by so he can bring up the rear in case something jumps out
Who
from
is
behind.
heading up the pack here as you move down the halls?
Probably me.
Probably you. Seems like a job for Aster. Fair enough. Aster, you come around the corner. Is anybody else up with him, or do you kind of give Aster a little bit of a
I'm
berth?
next to Aster.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not.
I'll let you do that. I'm not sure who's going to
I have a feeling I'll be taking up the back.
All right, so Valia, Doc, and Chip kind of hanging back a little bit. Aster and Clem pushing forward. Two of you come into the
I think
intersection.
Clem is like right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, more or less.
Fair enough. Two of you come into this intersection here. A mix of hallways spreading out to your right and to your left. To your right, you see the hallway continue down in some ways past another intersection and another. There's no telling how large this complex you've appeared in is, but it appears to just be myriad hallways branching in every direction. To your left, however, is something much more immediately concerning. There's a barricade. Tipped over bookshelves, chairs, desks, look like they've been bashed apart and haphazardly stacked together to make a sort of wall blocking passage. And behind it are what look like two humans, a man and a woman. That they're dressed incredibly oddly. They both look like they're wearing leather dusters, with hoods drawn up over their head and the cloaks going all the way nearly to the ground. And underneath that, a suit of interlocked metal rings. It's a very primitive and oddly simplistic armor. And the weapons they're wielding, too, look very basic, little more than heavy blades hefted on long sticks. But as they make contact with, they see what Doc and Clem coming around a corner. Immediately, you see panic flash across their eyes. The woman raises her hand. "More fenders from without in the stairs coming nigh!" And
Hello!
the man gestures around a corner. "Make the yare, brethren! Drive him back!" And then starts to incant something as lightning wells up in his hand.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Everybody roll me some initiative.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I see it. Oh, I didn't even get my tablet. Oh, tablet. Can I calculate
now.
it, please?
I got a 14 on the die, 23.
23, okie dokie. Whoop. Yep, I'll scoot that over for a second. How about you, Doc?
my
18.
18? Aster?
23 total.
How's it working, Starfinder? You guys pick who goes first, or is it like highest initiative modifier, or...
We just
We
been kind of
usually
picking.
been
Alright, who wants to go first?
Sully.
I think.
Okay.
You can
sure.
go if
Oh,
you really want it.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go.
Okay,
I'll
Esty?
go.
Arguably, Esther would have been up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
Uh,
sense. That's fair.
15.
Clem, 15. So if you write down here, how about you, Valia?
21.
21, right here in the middle.
I need the other one.
Alrighty. Let's see, where's your initiative, little guy? There you are.
Oh, it's just a little guy. We're okay.
They're not particularly quick. They seem to be panicking, and their reaction speed is not fast, but they are definitely attacking. The man starts to incant something, and by no means of technology that you can see, lightning just starts to crackle around his hand. Aster, you are up first.
I already had my solar weapon drawn, and Aster. Oops, that's the wrong color. Hold on, I'm going through the rainbow currently. Aster is. Aster's not taking any chances, especially with the carnage that has filled the area that they're in. He doesn't know if they're responsible for it or what, but he's just going to immediately start making his way towards the one with the lightning in his hand and take a swing at him.
Alrighty. So do you have reach?
No.
Because they've got a pretty sizable barricade. It's simple, but it's thick, piled up between you and them.
How tall are the ceilings?
The ceilings in here are probably about 10 feet. It's a pretty standard height. Doesn't seem to be exceptionally tall. The barrier itself is maybe 4.5 feet high. It's like up to about your chest. And it's just about as long. It's pretty wide. Their weapons have fairly long hafts. They look like they'd be able to reach and strike over the barricade, but if you don't have similar reach, you have to go over or through.
I can fly.
Oh, well, that works.
So I'd like to fly. And Aster is he's going to get his first attunement point, and as he notices that barricade, kind of like leap off into the air and spin and attack that gentleman.
Pure wit.
Okay, not off to a great start here. That is simply a. That's not how math works. Hold on a minute. That's a 22.
22 EAC or KAC?
KAC.
22 will hit.
Oh, okay.
So what is your solar weapon? What does this look like?
Aster, as he walks normally, has a floating moat that flies above his head. That moat flies into a magical hilt that he has and ignites a sword made of golden energy. And it is pure light, but it cuts, and it cuts well and true and deep.
Their leather dusters nor their steel armor seem to provide really any defense against a weapon such as this. It slices through them like butter.
Okay. So that would be, that's 40 points of slashing damage.
All right. It's a good hit, but while their armor doesn't avail them much, they do seem to be fairly proficient combatants. He shoulders the worst of the blow, and that doesn't quite stagger him. But it definitely hurt him a lot. Not quite bloody.
Yes. That's what I got.
Chip.
Okay. Okay. Good luck with this one. I'm going to identify. In lieu of my move action, I'm going to be using my custom microlab as part of my biohacker to identify the creatures in front of me. A check on which I take a 20 and is against the DC presented on the creature rarity table on page 133 of the core
These are
rulebook.
just guys.
Okay.
They, as far you identify them, you scan them. They're just humans.
Mm-hmm.
They're humans wearing primitive armor with primitive weapons.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing they have of interest that your scanner immediately locks onto is, of course, the lightning crackling up in the man's hand that fizzles a bit as he reels back from Aster's blow. This is just raw, arcane magic that he is summoning from a source of nowhere. He's just doing it. They don't have a single piece of any kind of technology on them. Mm-hmm. Though magic does flow through both their weapons and their armor. They are very surprisingly mentally resilient, but should be, honestly, with what they're wearing, extremely easy to hit with pretty much anything. They're not particularly strong, they're just humans.
I have one more question.
Okay.
Do I have an internet connection?
You do have a
Sure do not.
hotspot.
No.
Okay.
Corey said that you could use
I have a
once day.
hotspot that I can use once per day for 20 minutes. Or at least I did on the desert moon of Karth.
You have no network connection at all.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to kind of look over to Clem, making myself sort of small against this corner, letting people get by me. I'm gonna kind of slap her on the back, be like, "You got this," and then you feel a bunch of needles, because I'm gonna give you a booster. This is the efficiency booster. Once per round, when you expend a resolve point, you have a 25% chance to gain the effects, but not expend the point. And that guy will last for 6 rounds. That'll be my turn.
Valia.
As Valia rounds the corner, she's expecting, like, soldiers, or something that could cause such a bloodbath like this. And seeing a barricade and just dudes, she pauses for a second and starts to question what they're here for and whether or not we should actually be fighting them. Could I use like a sense motive check to decide to see whether they're actually foes, so to speak?
Absolutely. Give me a sense motive.
That's a 25.
The 25, whatever their intentions or whatever is driving them, they are currently attacking very much with intent to kill. But they definitely seem afraid.
Volley's gonna shout out, What happened here? Wait, what? I don't think we're I don't think we're enemies.
And the man calls back, "Silence, thou foul fiend! Thy word is fallen on dumb ears!"
We didn't do this. What happened here?
Anything else?
I'm going to just do covering fire to just give myself an AC boost, but not necessarily attack just yet.
Shoot around them. A warning shot. One across the bow.
That's a 13 plus 14 for an AC 15 check, so it definitely passes.
You pass that on a literal 1, I think, if you're shooting for a 15. You just roll because you like the dice noise.
Yeah, basically I had to check if it was a 1 or not. So yeah, it does a plus 2 AC for me, and that's it.
Alright, Doc.
I'm probably the creepier thing that's about to round the corner.
We're never going to convince
As you
them.
do round the corner, and you see these men here, you're the only one who's really, it is a lot here for everyone to take in.
Yeah.
But you took a moment to stop and inspect one of the bodies. The bodies strewn all over the halls are of these men. They're the ones being slaughtered here.
Yeah. This barricade is meant to keep out whatever just slaughtered all these guys, is what Doc is starting to put together. I have reach, so I will go immediately behind Aster and try to knock unconscious the gentleman who's producing lightning.
Fair enough.
21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Sweet.
That was a 3 on the die.
Leather's not stopping lasers very well.
Yeah.
42 damage.
Alright.
It's not stopping these hands either.
And is that non-lethal damage?
It
or-
is non-lethal, just a little burst of nanites.
Alright, as you shoot out this wave, already reeling from Aster's, this second blow is more than enough to topple the first man there in the corner. He falls, slumped back against the corner, and the woman next to him cries out and throws her hand down and almost seems to channel the lightning up from him along the blade of her weapon. Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's neat.
That's cool.
Wham.
So, seeing what's going on, could I do a culture check to try and see if I can like pick up on what language they're speaking or anything that might identify where they're from?
Like a culture check.
Okay, so 16 on the die plus 12, 28.
Ooh, 28. Okay. You can almost kind of understand what they're saying. It's like it's close to common, but like a proto form of it. So old as to be an entirely different language. You looking at them, the lack of tech, the books lined up in the halls around you, strange magical artifacts, this appears to be maybe a different world, maybe just a different time. But communicating with them is going to be challenging. But you may be able to get very simple concepts through. There's like just enough language commonality.
Okay. So I want to call out to the rest of the group. Defensive only. They're not the bigger fish here. We got somebody on the other side, so let's try to, take it easy on these guys. And then I have universal communication, universal expression, so they don't have to speak the same language as me to understand what I'm saying. So to the woman in the corner, I'm gonna be like, put your weapon down! We will stop!
Does that also that you understand them inherently, or do they still speak whatever they're speaking?
They still speak what they're speaking. It's just
But
she can get across
understands you,
what I'm
right.
saying.
And she's going to look at you a little shocked and turn her gaze just briefly from Aster hovering here with his sword of golden light. Thou hast our speech, but I am not hearing thee! Mine wit is mine own!
Weapon down! We're friendly! We'll stop!
Doesn't super seem to be putting the weapon down.
Yeah.
Got anything else in there?
You can spend a resolve point, you might get it back.
I don't know what to use it for, though.
It's okay.
I'm going to choose not to do anything else and try to, show my hands are empty. I'm not aggressive.
Okay. She is going to step over as if she's protecting the body of the man who went down as she pulls this lightning up across her staff. The Enfolger! And spins it around, and the lightning barks. A crack of thunder across the blade and flashes out towards Aster.
Is that a spell attack?
It
Or a
is.
spell?
It is a melee strike.
Okay, then never
There's
mind.
a spell in it.
Spells provoke attack of opportunity.
Spell strike doesn't.
Ooh, well, I go, man, that's neat. Internally, but externally,
Free action.
Aster looks very tough.
It's a free action. Well, that's cool.
It's gonna be really hard to convince them that we're not the bad
Yeah.
guys.
It's going to be.
We've
It's
got
still
a
a
Jedi.
blade swinging at you, so a 19 against your KAC.
That
Oh.
super doesn't hit.
She is like short hafting a glaive, and this blade comes out and just literally useless against your armor. The thunder rolls again, and the sparks just discharge and spray across you, but it's completely harmless. She literally comes down and just looks at it like in shock.
Oh.
You hear footsteps around the corner of more men assembling, reinforcements coming. One quickly pokes his head around the corner and sees whatever you are floating there and just calls out, Fulgora Chinamis! And lightning wells up in his hand. He has his glaive at one hand and he rolls it out and throws it out towards you. A blast, a bolt, ripping towards Aster. Make me a reflex save. Those are the ones I'm not good at.
I think you'll be okay.
I didn't want to do that, but it did land. I
Die
didn't want
bounced
to roll.
out of the tower.
Oh!
It chose the hard way.
I'm gonna. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. That. My longtime GM AJ,
Yes.
as we all know,
Who has been here in Secret Between the Stars since forever.
he's been here the whole time. That's an 18.
Just like Samurai.
18?
Yes.
I get to work with Corey. Let me double check.
I hear he's cool.
Because we don't have. Alright, so in the
I
land
hear
of
this show's really fun and
Starfinder,
chill and.
we don't have. It's not the degrees of success. It's just like it works or it doesn't,
Naturally.
right? It's a
I mean,
50.
the spell
it's a
might
50
be
You're
like
the
half
GM, AJ. You
damage
can make
on-
whatever
And I
you want.
totally know how Starfinder works.
You can make whatever you want if you
The-
wanted to
the
give us
spe-
crits
The spell
back.
could be like you take half damage if you succeed. I don't
Well,
know.
19. No, okay, 19 is just barely a regular failure anyway, so it doesn't matter. The raw force of the magic seems to perform a lot better than the woman infusing it into the blade and trying to strike you with it. Your armor protects you greatly from that. The, organic matter of your body, not so much from an actual lightning bolt.
You'd be surprised.
Well, I mean, decently. It is going to do 22 points of electricity damage.
-5, good sir. My
And-
body does naturally
Oh, well,
have
fair
a
enough. All right,
reduction.
17 points of electricity damage, and it surges through you into Doc. Doc, make a reflex save.
I need a pencil.
I ain't been tasered in a dog's age.
Oh,
your
that was
house.
cheeky.
In your house.
20.
20 is a regular success, so you can be taking half here. I just guess just success. It's going to be half. Which is going to be 10 points of electricity damage.
I'll use my reaction to have my nanites gap my body around the lightning bolts and have it just pass through me.
Okay. This doesn't connect with you at all?
No, I can reduce damage with a reaction.
I'll take a free action to say that that's cool.
Okay, that is pretty cool. Yeah, are you reducing it? That reduces it to 0.
I can reduce it by a total of 18, so yeah.
Okay, then it's not going to connect with you at all. It is going to surge into the wall and stop there. You are going to hear another incantation from around the corner and see the forms of these two guards that you can see start to shimmer and accelerate. They start to be moving supernaturally quickly.
Uh-huh.
Now, first round was free, but from here on out, at the start of each of your turns, you're going to roll a d20.
Oh my goodness.
If you roll this number or lower, stuff will happen.
Oh my gosh, dude. I did my time.
Man, that's strange.
2 for everyone, 3 for Doc. All right, Aster, roll me your d20, and assuming it's higher than 2, you take a turn.
That's a 14, higher than 2.
2. What do you do?
Remember that math.
Okay, after getting shot with pure lightning, Aster gets his second attunement point at the start of this turn. He's gonna hear what Clem's trying to do with trying to show that we're not hostile, at least the hostile that they were expecting. So I am going to look to Doc and say, I'm going to give him one chance, and then I'm blowing this thing. Get back, and let's hope they follow through. And I'm going to just withdraw and stand right next to Chip. So full action withdrawal, so I don't provoke any attacks of opportunity.
Alrighty. And as you move back down the hall and give them some space at the barricade, Chip.
I need a 2. I
need
need
a 2.
higher than a
You
2.
need higher than a 2.
Okay.
Oh no.
Let me be specific. I thank you to everybody, the hype train.
Hype train!
The hype train. Thank you to the hype train. That's 2. Not anymore though, right? Because watch this. Yeah, it's better. That would have been great for my actual roll, but at least I get to make a roll. Woo-hoo. So Chip is a he's a personal assistant robot. Built for working on teams of lorries and handling lots of complicated situations with negotiations and combat. So as such, she's incredibly savvy, of course, with handling really nuanced situations like this. So he's going to try and mimic Clem a little bit as he waves his hands in a similar fashion and says, "This will not kill you." And I'm going to do a full action. Chip now! A full action, I'm shooting sedatives. I'm helping. Woo!
She's out of line, but she's
Here
right.
I go. It's a -5 for the full attack, right? -4?
-4.
-4. I don't do it very good. But I think that I'll actually make it this time if I do it. So, that's divided by -4. And, okay. 25 to hit for the first.
Yeah, the ringed nature of their armor is especially bad at deflecting needles. That's
Awesome.
definitely going to hit.
I'll go one more time.
It's actually just made of little holes for the
Yeah.
needles to sock it into.
This one's even a little bit higher.
Yeah, definitely both going to hit then.
Yay!
I assume it's the woman who struck Aster or the man who threw the lightning bolt.
I'll do one for each.
Okay.
As I'm just kind of, sort of, almost like trying not to look. He feels bad. But it's the right thing to do. So, this will be the normal damage. For the first one, that's 6 plus 3, so 9 plus 8 is 17 with
Okay.
an additional...
It's always the good noise when the damage dice come.
8, 9. What did I say? It was 17?
17.
Plus 9 again, so that's 26.
26.
That last 9 being non-lethal.
26 damage of sedatives directly into
Yes.
this woman's chest.
Additionally for her, I'm not done yet. She feels it start to sizzle a little bit.
No, boiling sedatives, my favorite kind.
Yes, this is decomposing inhibitor. You of course know. I use it all the time.
Obviously, yes.
She'll be taking 3 rounds of acid damage.
Sounds super non-lethal.
Right.
And
Here's the
very
next
sedative.
one. No, super non-lethal. Let me put that. So for him,
I'm gonna non-lethally dissolve her
it's
flesh.
gonna 4, 5,
Just a
6,
minor bird.
plus 8, so that's 14. But
Okay.
wait,
It's a different kind of acid that makes you think
non-lethally,
it's gross.
he'll also take 10 extra non-lethally. So what did I say? 24, right?
24.
20.
20, yeah, it was 40 total. I was adding up in my head as you went.
Yes, yes.
And
And
rounded out to me over here at 50 across the tail.
and he likewise feels a little get up in his veins. That's 2 rounds.
Okay, so she's definitely non-lethally bloodied. Somewhat lethally bloodied. Some
Non-lethally.
lethally bloodied. Moderately lethally bloodied.
Don't worry, I've got it under
And
control.
she just screams in pain.
Okay. I hear you loud and clear.
Volley is still hesitating and not quite sure whether or not we should be trying to lethally or non-lethally take care of them, or whether we should be trying to actually establish some level of communication. But I'm going to ask myself this. Okay.
Gotta ask yourself one question. Ask yourself the real questions.
I'm going to hold. I'm going to ready an action to basically hold my turn until.
Hey, you rolled your D20, right?
Oh no, not yet.
You might not even have a turn.
Nothing to hold.
The 17.
He's got something to
You can hold
hold.
your,
Yeah.
you can hold your turn.
I can hold my turn.
I like
yeah,
your
I'm gonna
doc.
wait
Oh.
until after their turn to see whether they attack. But
You
before
need
Aster goes.
You need a 4, buddy.
Do you want any sedatives? I have 20 more doses.
You want to take a hit of this?
Ooh, a 13.
Alright, what do you do?
Doc is going to try something that is usually a universal good gesture. Is it just difficult terrain to move through the barricade? Or?
Move the barricade would basically take you, like, if you want to just try to clamber over it, it's going to take you a separate action to get it's like
Okay.
buttressed specifically against your direction.
Okay.
It's intended, like, there's furniture legs and all kinds of stuff sticking out of it to make it difficult to clamber over to your
Gotcha.
side.
Doc is going to put out 15 feet of nanite cloud, 1 on him and then 5 feet and 5 feet forward. And that's part of my movement action. As my action, I'm going to perform treat deadly wounds on the guy who's unconscious. In an
Through the nanite cloud?
in an effort to show that, like, we are here to help you. I just have to make a medicine check.
This guy's got reach on reach on reach.
Pass with flying colors. He regains 2 HP per level of his, plus 18.
2 HP per level of his plus 18. Wow, okay. Alright, so your nanites start to do their work. You're pretty well familiar with his wounds because you know exactly what happened.
I was there when the tumbles.
You've seen Aster smack people before. That's not new. And he moves a bit on the ground as the woman is just kind of over him, sort of reeling, woozy from these sedatives. He starts to stir and move a bit. Is that it for you?
Let me see if I can do that twice. Target speeding cloud I can do that as a swift action.
Oh, you still have your standard then.
Yes, I do.
That's what getting a doctorate gets you.
Swift action anti-cloud.
Oh.
Put up my hands.
Do they stick out of the cloud?
Does the cloud actually block vision? Is it that thick?
It gives a 20% miss chance.
Okay, so like a light concealment, like mist, basically. All right. All right, Doc's got his hands up. Fog machine. Clem.
That's an 8. Okay. I'm gonna step like just in front of Chip. And I'm gonna be like, it's okay. He's helping. He's helping the wounds heal. I just do all these very like super over the top gesture. He's helping the wounds heal. It's okay. Like to the lady so that she's not freaking out like he's got this cloud on my friend. What's he doing? Just to try and reassure her, and I'm gonna keep my hands, visible. Weapon is away. Just it's okay.
Okay. We come to this. The woman is reeling. She's very woozy. She's smelling colors right now. Mm-hmm. She is
melting.
Melting a little bit singed.
Deal.
Does she take the melting damage at the end of her turn?
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
She's kind of staggering. She doesn't really know what's going on here. She hears you. I assume you're still. Whenever you talk, they can just kind of understand the meaning. That's like
they can get what I'm saying. Like they don't.
they get the gist.
Yes. Yeah.
But she doesn't seem to really be hearing it. And she brings her glaive back after it was completely ineffective against Aster, and whirls it around and slams it down on the barricade just in front of Doc. And there was another massive thunderclap, much louder than the first, and a raw burst of force and pressure shoots out, sending sprays of the blood on the walls and the floor, as well as the books and items along the walls, spraying down the halls. Whoop. Whoop. It's going to be a 27 to hit your KAC, Doc.
Does not.
Does not. You weather this. It's a pretty potent punch. But you kind of stand your ground. But you, everybody Volley is within a 15-foot cone of this man, are all going to take 8 points of sonic damage. And make me a fortitude save.
Ooh.
Is the damage regardless of the save result?
The damage happens, you're great. Take the 8 damage, period. Cool. Fortitude saves are a different thing.
Gotcha.
You don't get the actual damage of the main hit, because the hit missed you, but the shockwave still happens.
Thank you to my queen, Nebula. Another 2 on the die for me. As I sink, I get little cleats on the bottom of my metal feet. I sink into the ground. I hold my stance. 17 is much.
I got a 17 total.
17 total. Yes. You are pushed back 5 feet.
24.
You're fine.
26.
You're fine.
I thought I was out of the range.
You're out of range. So just clip.
What is that? 22.
You're fine. So just
What was the general damage again?
8.
8.
8 for the 4 of you. So you got a wall of people that kind of all tank this together, and just Aster kind of off by himself, who you feel it just pushes you back a bit. You take that 8 sonic damage from just the sheer force of that blast. Move back a bit. You're hovering now just over that strange decimated pile of goo flesh.
My face is right against it. He's like, oh, no.
The other guy around the corner in the hallway is going to utter another spell, this Terra Magicae, and reach down, casting something on the fallen man. You have attempted to sense motive so far.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you one just for free, because that's kind of what you were largely focused on. Doc, you didn't really take, you take any actions, you didn't really take any actions. The three of you can all roll a sense motive check.
Natural 20.
Do I roll it too, or?
Well, I guess it doesn't matter because you got a natural 20. You can roll if you like rolling dice, though. It's a Starfinder show. We like
He's
rolling
a
dice.
doctor.
Dice are fun.
PhD.
This-
Not great.
You get the sense that while you don't understand the spell, you don't get the incantation, you have no idea what this magic is. These people are just throwing magic around like it's nothing. From the movement of the man, from his demeanor, you get the feeling he's trying to counteract your nanites. He's panicked.
Yeah.
He's no idea what to make of this.
Yeah.
But your nanites are not magic. It's not doing anything.
Oh.
He's trying to dispel him.
Poor guy.
That doesn't work. So he simply reaches out and grabs the man and drags him a little ways back into cover.
He's moving, get him.
Oh, man.
Another woman comes around the corner. Blade raised, fresh and ready. And she just calls out, "My light has steely blessed! I cast thee back!" Volume?
Those two folks taking acid damage.
Yes. Well, the one lady you hit twice, right? You just double tap one lady.
I did one on
One on each. I thought you were double tapping one lady.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
one on
this
each, one on each.
She couldn't possibly double
I'm
acid.
sharing the love.
I thought she was just very melty. Okay.
Drugs everywhere.
Drugs for everyone.
Yeah. So one of them will take, the one who has it for 3 rounds will take 8 damage. Then the one who has it for 2 rounds will take 9 damage. Acid. That is lethal, but I can't do anything about that.
Yeah, acid usually is. So, Volley, you already rolled your check for this turn, so you don't need to roll it again.
Volley really doesn't want to be fighting. She feels like there's some kind of misunderstanding here, but after that hit, she's worried that Aster is going to go a little bit more lethal. So I am going to take a non-lethal shot at the woman who
Drug
the
lady.
barricade. Yeah, drug
Okay.
lady.
Drug lady looks pretty hurt. The other guy who took the other dart is around the corner now after having dragged the man back. And this second woman on the left side of the barricade is fresh.
What'd you get?
It's a natural 20.
It's going to be super non-lethal.
It's going to be so non-lethal.
That's a very Marcus roll of you. What's happening?
Of course, when I'm like, I don't want to kill them.
Boom!
We go.
Shame!
The bullet flies by their ear, and the sound is just
I got it style.
She's alive. Knee shattered though. And your modern medicine can't fix it.
Good thing we have magic.
Put that leg back on.
Put that leg back on.
Real quick.
I have a feeling she's probably down, but let's see what comes out of this. I don't think she's gonna be standing after a critical sniper rifle shot.
What's
This
crazy?
was just a pistol.
Oh,
So, and
that's slightly better, but
and-
same sentiment.
I also rolled very low, so that was an 8 on that dice, doubled for 16. So 16 non-lethal, and it is also, because it was a critical, it is wounding though.
sufficiently wounded.
You guys are so bad at non-lethal.
What's crazy is that anything that we've done might be considered a mercy after once he takes his turn. You're gonna look back and be like, man.
I'm gonna not worry about that right now because I think you have to look up the wounding table, and I don't feel like doing that.
We'll find out later.
But yeah, so Valia just really doesn't want to, so she's aiming to try to make this as non-lethal as possible, even though it's lethal ammo, and just really just aims and hits like square in like the shoulder.
just right, like over the barricade, just straight into the sternum. And she staggers back and literally hits the wall, still reeling from these drugs. I shall fall into thee! And tries to...
What a...
She tries to talk and then
Gunshot! You got anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright, Aster.
And I think I go back after.
Oh, it doesn't. You just hold. It doesn't actually change your initiative.
I don't think so.
Okay, Aster. I'm PF2ing it over here.
Aster's very conflicted. He said
She
one
tanked that
thing.
bullet surprisingly well.
Yes.
Really did.
Very much bloodied though.
They're too dangerous to be left alive.
I need them.
Roll me the 20.
Oh right,
Oh, that's
I might not
right.
even do anything. Oh gosh.
That die does not want to be in
I'm
the
doing
tower.
I'm
That's
doing
the second,
parkour.
That's the second time that die has jumped out of the tower.
I lied. It does keep me in a new spot.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's an 18, so I definitely
Yeah,
get to
you do your
move.
turn. Take your turn.
Well,
Oh, I am going to
It's a lot of
look
fellas
at-
clumped together in one small choke point, isn't it?
yeah, and
crazy.
I'm made of the sun.
I don't think there's anything anyone can do about that.
Non-lethally supernova.
I don't think that's an option.
No,
it's a non-lethally cremate the hallway.
Aster's pretty ticked. He's kind of having an internal conflict since they've been to the moon and throughout his adventures outside of Pantheon, where he was raised and experimented on. And Aster is not... Aster can be brutal, but in the defense of the people he cares about. And he's seeing everybody's efforts. Everybody, even Chip aciding. So I think it takes seeing Doc heal the guy, and Doc talked about his code before of, trying to give somebody a chance, and Aster is willing to give them a chance. So what Aster's going to do on his third turn, getting his third and final attunement point, is he is going to, and with this attunement point, he is radiating golden energy. He is hard to miss, and I think everyone down the hall can see this hulk of a man.
A beacon.
Beacon of light, if you want to call it that. Aster is going to. I
The
gotcha.
chat doesn't even get that bit. It's a group specific bit.
That's for you, dog.
That's I really appreciate it.
My longtime GM.
A long time player.
Beacon of light.
Aster is going to
That's for the post show.
walk to. So when did she break the barricade, or is the barricade still
No,
there?
she's taking. No, she hit it, and like the front of it, some pieces definitely broke off and sprayed on the hall, but it's still pretty intact. The target of it was Doc, so the source of it was right over it, and it was 15-foot cone for him.
Aster's gonna walk just outside of her reach with that glaive, and he has his sword, and he's walking with intent and purpose, and then softens, and he is going to willingly leave his attuned state, sheath his solar weapon and hilt, and put it on his belt, and look at them, and he's going to try his best. Because at the end of the day, Aster just wants to try his best. He's going to look at all of them and go, please. My friend's trying to heal you. We're just trying to get you to stop. We don't want to fight. I don't want to fight anymore. Please.
Chip.
Of course, following.
Roll d20.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm here. That's a 10. Of course, following the lead of everybody else in the
You
group.
can't even say it with a straight face.
Chip is going to put his hands up, right? And then look forward and say, "It will be over soon. Go to sleep." Chip, no! It's sedatives.
All they know is you're hitting them with something sharp.
Listen, we gotta get to our 10-minute break someday. I'm just expediting the process. Whee! It's a full attack. Here we go.
What are you
Very
talking about?
much you are being rescued.
one for
please stop
each. One for.
resisting.
I'll just do weaklings first, I guess.
Well, there's the one very wounded woman who is extremely drugged already.
Okay, she gets a 24.
Okay, well, yeah, she gets a 24.
Okay, cool. And then the other hit will be for. It's definitely gonna hit. It's higher.
Is it also her, or?
Different fella.
Okay, because
Whoever's
you
there.
got full health woman next to her.
Okay, good. Well, she's gonna go to sleep again.
Naps for everyone.
All right, for the already hurt woman. That's 8 plus 11 plus 19, and then here's the non-lethal with it. Non-lethal. The non-lethal with
Keep
it.
using that word.
I don't think you know what it means.
10 non-lethal, 29 total for her.
And she takes these 2 darts and she staggers back to the barricade and she just slumps on it.
Okay, good
And
night.
just slides down to the ground.
She is not dead.
She isn't dead. She's asleep. She's asleep. I'm gonna look up in a second if that acid damage keeps going, actually.
Sure does, pretty sure.
Because I've never been confronted with
Can't
that
imagine
before.
it's just gonna stop.
It might be able to be stopped, but
Yeah, we got a doctor in the house.
You need to give him some base damage, and then it'll cancel out.
Yeah. So that's another
chemistry joke, I guess.
18, and then here's the non-lethal.
Of course, the non-lethal.
Yeah, the non-lethal. The non-lethal is 8 non-lethal.
Just a sedative hose.
Yeah.
Just like-
Yeah. So what was that? That would be 8. So 26.
The Esther's point only very slightly undermined.
And was that was a new person? That was
a
a
new person. Yep, new
Yeah,
person.
so they're
Also
gonna-
boiling.
Yeah. So their acid damage is for 2 rounds. Put them on my tracker.
Doc, roll d20. Once all the million d4s are out of the way.
roll a d20, get in your house.
Get in your house.
All right, I'm good.
Oh, there
It's
it
a
is.
19. Seeing this woman has also now been slumped over. Chip, what did you do?
She is asleep.
With what?
Sedatives.
You said that
Is
kind
that
of money.
it?
Multiple doses.
I'm gonna heal her anyway. Use it. It is an action to.
There's like
apply
a
the
syringe
Okay.
sticking out of her neck.
But since
Several,
she
I
was,
think.
Yeah.
since she was in the same place,
She's in the she's already in the cloud.
heal her.
The nanites catch her
massive
before
balls,
she falls on the
massive
ground.
She lay her down.
They form a
The
little
lady.
blanket and a pillow.
Oh, you should have had a 20% miss chance. Because she's in the nanite
In the
cloud.
cloud. Well, what do you what's the healer for?
2 HP per her level plus 18.
Oh yeah, same thing. Right, there's no. It's just completely fixed. There's no rolling on this happens.
Correct.
All right, fair enough. It's your medicine check is what you roll.
Oh yeah, I have a medicine check, DC 20, but I have to crit fail.
Yeah, all right. So what's you got movement left if you want it?
There's nowhere for me to. They're all over there.
Yeah.
There's really nowhere for Doc to go. But for my move action, I'm going to. My nanite cloud can currently cover up to 15 squares. I'm just gonna
Squares?
send it. Yeah,
Not feet, squares. Okay, sure. I might as
consecutive
well
as
have
long
it.
as they're touching. I'm going to send it around the corner. Yeah, and
Into the
to the full
unknown.
extent of how it can
Ah,
go.
yes. So let me see. These guys see Flaming Man. He turns the flaming off. I'll give him. Turns flaming off. Walking forward, hands up, surrendering. And then the cloud of locusts from the mummy surges around the corner into the
I'm
sanctuary.
hoping eventually enough people will
Alright.
go, wait, this is helping me.
That's fair. That's fair. No, that's fair. It's not hurting them. It feels good. It's like it's the locust cloud if it was full of drugs.
Yeah.
So like
The mist that feels good.
the mist that feels good. The bugs that heal you.
What I can do as a swift action is give the guy who was originally knocked unconscious some regeneration. For 1 minute, he will gain back 3 stamina and get 6 temp HP every round.
You hear shouts from around the corner, cries of fear, more voices, definitely more than you've seen. And the man just around the corner, you can barely see Doc, that dragged his slowly awakening friend back, calls out into the room, "Thy form must be unkempt and foul, but my heart in it quaketh!" Clem.
Thank you, Hype Train! That
Hype
was a natural one, and I am not taking that. That was a natural 20. Okay. Yes.
All perfectly balanced.
Woo!
Inevitability comes.
So, Doc, are you still in the nanite cloud?
Yeah, it starts
Okay.
with me and then
All right.
goes.
It's
So,
just all the way around the corner.
I'm gonna be like, Doc, sorry, I'm gonna have to climb on top of you. And I skitter up Doc's back and I stand on his head so that the people in the nanite cloud can see me. And I'm gonna be like, there is a monster that is that way. We are running from it. We did not do all of the murders, not us. Please help us. Let us help you.
Maybe a diplomacy check.
Yes! Okay. I'm too excited. I'm too hype.
Be careful.
I get a new migraine medicine and suddenly I'm all over the place.
Just jazzed.
Yeah. Okay, so that is 29.
Okay. But as you talk to him, the first man that Doc healed slowly starts to stand. And the other one that dragged him around the corner is there helping him. He waves his hands. I stand, though the world did break around me. And the mostly unharmed, slightly drugged new woman that is around the barrier goes to incant a spell. You recognize the incant from the blast of lightning that surged down the hall. But he reaches up, dropping his glaive from the ground, and reaches out to her. Nay! Nay! And she lets it fizzle and just looks down. And he points at his injuries. You can't really see a ton over the barrier. And mutters something you can't hear. There's a conversation hushed behind the barrier for this swarming cloud of weird magical healing nanites. Well, puts her hand down, clenches into a fist, and grabs a glaive with both hands and just levels the blade at Doc. Be ye gone!
One more time.
A bake!
If I can get a movement action, I need a movement action to bring the cloud back.
They're no longer actively attacked, so for a moment consider this a pause in this your initiative order. You're all kind of free. A bake!
I will back up and bring the nanite cloud with me and start rolling back.
You all back up, hands raised. She keeps the glaive pointed at all of you, whispering something around the corner, keeping an eye on you as you retreat a little bit. But for the moment, not attacking you any further. As we take a break here in this battle, for a moment, no longer under attack, so too will we take a break here in the studio. We're going to stand up, stretch our legs, grab some snacks. Hey, feel free to check out some of our sponsors down there below the channel. Discount code UGTShow. Get you some cool deals on everything we've got down there. And if you're still here at the midpoint of the show, give us a follow. You're having a good time hanging out with some silly little dudes. And I, AJ, the host and GM, that is always here on Wednesdays. When that is, as you know, of course, from watching it. So, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Don't go too far. Welcome back, everybody, to a completely normal episode of Secrets Between the Stars. I'm AJ, your host and GM. And let's go around the circle here and reintroduce ourselves briefly, starting this time from that side, for the sake of variety.
My name is Sully, and I play Chip, a galaxy's favorite little robot. Fun fact about Chip, me and Marcus are going to go to therapy together after this.
They offer a discount if it's too big.
Yeah.
That's what Corey pointed out when we were planning all this. Sully and Marcus are going to go from the horrible hell world to the horrible hell world on the show it's supposed to be
Me
fun.
when I think I'm rolling up to my fun stream.
Ha! Prank!
My name is Logan. I play Doc, the Kasatha Nanosite Bounty Hunter. Having a good time, having a good time.
I am Gary. I play Aster the Redacted Solarian, and yeah, this is just, this is another Wednesday. Hey AJ, how you doing?
What's up, man?
This
Good
is
to hear.
totally,
I love Wednesday Starfinder that I always run.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
always been this way.
when we were planning out this season and the characters, I
You
said,
can tell
man,
because my costume is totally like on theme with you guys.
Oh
my,
yeah.
my good
Also
friend
Western.
AJ, he loves westerns, so that's
I
why
love
the
him.
season's a western.
Huge Western fan.
Yes.
Capes are really sci-fi.
Yeah, exactly. The capes and these kind of like cuffy things. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So
cowboys
spaghetti
love
westerns.
those.
They love these. This is very West.
Yeah,
The
famously.
So cowboy.
The only thing AJ
Much
loves
better.
more than that style of dress is One Piece.
You're right. One Piece, my
Right,
favorite
this is the stream
Japanese
where we
cartoon.
talk about
Anime.
Anime.
Hi, I'm Riley. I play Clementine, the Rexolite envoy.
I'm Marcus. I play KL. I can talk today.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I play Valia, the KL operative sniper.
As we left off before the break, we had forged an uneasy truce with this bastion of defense, what may be the last survivors of the humans barricaded up in whatever this place is, this site of a massacre. The bodies of their comrades strewn throughout the halls, smeared red with their blood. They will not allow you into their, well, whatever they're calling a base here. You don't really know what's around that corner. They seem untrusting and protective. But for the moment, they've at least ceased their attack. The five of you backed up a little ways back to the intersection of the hall. And still hearing the strange, thunderous shattering of stone out down that hall near where you'd first arrived, you feel another, larger quake shake beneath your feet, even loosing small bits of scree trickling down from the ceiling.
In fact, have the people who were just fighting, are they completely retreated? We can't see them at all?
Definitely still Woman of the Barrier with Glaive Race. She's not like quite as pointed. She still has it at the ready, but she's still watching.
Does their expression change at all with that shaking?
Doesn't seem to phase them at all.
Where are we?
She just averts her gaze. She won't meet you in the eyes. She looks away and, in fact, closes her eyes, furrowing her brow tightly, like she's trying to shake herself out of a dream. She
I
doesn't
think they've
reply.
been through worse than us. Communication seems like it might just be making things worse right now.
I fear no further ground may be made. Perhaps we should give them their privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole other direction we can look in.
The northern hallway doesn't look like it fared much better than the first. It leads almost immediately to a four-way intersection, allowing you a variety of directions you can travel.
Just as we're turning around, right before we leave the corner, Volley's gonna have a quick, realization, kind of remembering how we got here, and it's like, wait, did anyone have that gear? What?
She said that she'd be back, and then she disappeared.
All right.
Yeah, there was a gear that it talked to us and said its name was Cass. Her name was Cass.
It's also
The
kinda
gears.
how we got
It
here.
was like a cog, and
The cog's name was Cass.
yeah, and she talked about the future and about she couldn't share too much information too soon, and just before the portal opened she said she'd be back and then she disappeared.
I see.
So we don't have what created the portal.
No, I don't see the magician around here neither.
A realization sets in with Valia's words. you don't know how you're going to get home. Maybe a stretch.
Tee-hee.
Oh, you're speed running this thing. You don't even know what's
Found
coming.
flavor at Teehee.
It's not there.
Doc got 4?
I got a 3.
3. That's like a 4.
I got an 8.
I'll go last.
You guys
5.
are great at this. 1 fantastic.
14.
Folly is alright.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Oh.
Good news. This is a pass or fail right now. Keep these in mind. They'll be relevant later.
That thing makes me want to be sick. I can't.
Why?
I've spent weeks of my life thinking about that thing.
The stress meter is causing you actual stress.
Yeah. I've gone home and then in the shower been like, what am I gonna do about that abacus?
I see that abacus when I close my eyes.
Yeah. Now, Chip, I am infinitely curious as to how you were able to join us and what you've done in your journey, but I think we need to focus on getting out of danger first.
I likewise.
Is anyone still hurt from the fight with those radioactive creatures?
Yeah,
From
I'm
the
still
what?
We'll catch up.
I'm still feeling it, but maybe we should just take 10 minutes to rest or something.
I don't know if we've
This
got it.
doesn't feel like
Yeah.
the best spot. I think maybe we can find another spot if they found a spot to hide for safety. Maybe we can find one.
There's gotta be a way out of here somewhere. Clem's just gonna start trucking and be like, Aster, I need, somebody big and strong in case something tries to come trample me.
You shift Astra up to the front. As the two of you move up to this intersection, you notice a bit of an oddity. Though blood and gore is smeared through here, as it is every hall you've walked past so far. In the center of this intersection, it's rubbed in an odd circle. The circle is almost 10 feet across, almost the width of the entire hallway, as if some massive device or mechanism had perfectly rubbed a ring into the ground.
Does it look at all like so the portal that was created that was it was created by the alchemist guy with a ring of runes. Does this look at all like that?
This just looks like a circle smeared in by something, and like it's something had pressed down on it and rotated. And looking up towards the ceiling to maybe find a source, you see that over the intersection there is no ceiling. There is a void that stretches up nearly 70 feet, a cylindrical gap with a couple small bits of metal poking out at random angles with massive gaps of dozens of feet between them.
Any dents?
Couple.
I do not trust this. Let's skirt around the edge. Do not touch the circle. So I'm gonna
What's wrong, Sully?
Nothing. Nothing, I'm just...
If I may, is it a 10 by 10 area that the void goes up?
Yes, pretty much. It's almost the full width of the intersection itself.
What I'll do, before anyone passes under it, I'll put up a little wall perfectly over the 10 by 10 where the void is, so just so nothing jumps down or nobody accidentally gets sucked up or whatever kind of gravitational
You
nonsense.
can just make walls?
I can't.
with the nanites.
With the nanites.
Oh, they get
But then
solid. They get dense.
They get HP, they get hardness.
Okay.
Nanomachine, son.
Nano machines.
So
son.
basically, I'm gonna put it up, let everybody walk underneath it.
Coulda gone
get
pro.
To the other
Play-Doh,
side of
the
it,
shield.
and then bring it back.
Yeah.
Alright, so you throw this up and just cover this big opening in the ceiling, unknown what it could possibly be, but by the shape on the floor, it sure looks like it's capable of somehow stamping down, though it is a void. It's not like a pillar detached, it's a hole.
Clem, she just kind of like looks. She's like, we don't go right because that's kind of where we already started almost. So let's just go left, and just like skirts around. Still, even with the wall to protect, she's like, I do not trust it, and so she skirts that way.
You all kind of slip through the corner, giving this as wide of a berth as you can into this left hallway. More of the same. More bookshelves, more strange artifacts and oddities. Some still rattled in their cases, some strewn across the floor, most broken.
As Valia gets to the center, at the crossroads and glances in each direction. Does she notice any like fresher tracks, footsteps, anything that appears
Make
to be?
me a. Do you have survival in Starfinder?
Yes.
Make me a survival check. Of course, I know that because I run this game every
Yes.
week.
No,
Yeah.
Corey also asks.
So perfectly in character.
You're really okay.
I actually don't see a list of skills on the back of this thing.
Yeah.
It might be covered by the paper that has the DC.
We get
on it,
asked
so
for
that's okay.
deception checks regularly.
That is a 28.
28. As you look, there's a lot. This is pats on pats on pats. From what you can tell here, a lot of chaos happened in a very short period of time. But there's two distinct phases. There are massive, wide smears in the floor. They look about as big across as the strange pile of flesh you had just passed, so that connection's not terribly difficult to make with a roll like that. Whatever happened before that, impossible to tell, as it was basically just swept over by these things, and it sure looks like it's plural, moving about the halls. But there was some movement after that. You can actually see quite a few different sets of footprints that look like they've run up and down every one of these halls. But it's a relatively small number of footprints.
Be careful, there's some fresher footsteps. There might be some other people around.
As you make your way down this left passage, it opens into a wider library. Pull your nanites back. All of you see that there's a theme in this one. It's almost exclusively filled with red leather-bound books, almost like rack upon rack of uniform encyclopedias. Again, you can't read the spines. The characters look almost familiar. It's really close to common, but it's like trying to read like the Russian alphabet. It's close. It's almost there, but sometimes you can make out a word or two, but not much. The oddest thing you see in the room is a statue. On the west side of the room is an angel, sculpted, standing nearly 7 feet tall, with a curious expression on its face. The statue looks like it was once carved of an almost white, bleached sandstone, but its head is brass, polished metal. As you look upon it, a strange feeling comes over everybody. All of you make me a will save.
I gotta stop staring at statues.
You got a history
Bad
doc.
habit out of it.
25.
You're good.
Also 25.
You're good.
Synthetic 20.
Synthetic 20. 14.
Okay. 18.
Valia, Aster, Chip, you are all shaken. You feel a pall of fear overcome you. You are, as the card says, spooked.
Spookies.
You got a -2 to ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks.
Really bad.
Now, Doc and Clem, you feel this for certain. You definitely feel this unnatural fear start to set in. It's just you resist it a little bit better. You don't let it get to you quite as much. You're not taking a mechanical penalty for it, but you definitely feel it.
I don't really understand why that statue's head is different than its body, but we don't have time to get into this. We gotta find a way out of here. Gotta find a way home.
Yes. Home.
Everything here feels wrong. I mean, besides all the obvious gore, it just, something about this place just doesn't sit right with me.
A low, growling laugh, emanating from seemingly nowhere, echoes around the chamber. More victims for the slaughter.
Aster, that's not funny.
That's not me.
Esther, as you turn around to look at Chip, you see behind Valia, emerging from the wall, a shape. It's huge, almost reaching floor to ceiling. A face that looks vaguely human if you just grabbed it and ripped it down. Its eye sockets down below its cheekbones, its jaw distended to the center of its chest. A horrible, grinning visage atop a translucent, effervescent black body. It's a hovering specter floating in this hall, and a hand moves to reach gently towards Valia's shoulder.
I quick draw my
Everybody
hilt.
roll me some initiative.
Oh no! This no.
What? It's spooky.
That's a
Guys,
natural one.
we dodged fighting this thing the whole episode.
Bet you're happy about that now, huh?
Yeah.
Guess who's still here?
Hey, ain't the strange Aeons cast like 2 levels higher than us?
They sure are, buddy.
I love a challenge.
And we decided this was too much for us.
Yeah, but they didn't have fists.
They do, actually. It's crazy. It's one of the few things they do have that you guys have.
Yeah, but they didn't have fists.
Hey,
It's
Chip, what do
crazy.
you got, Chip?
I got an 18 for initiative.
Solid. How about you, Doc?
24.
24, pretty good. Aster?
Aster, in this moment, as he reaches for his hilt, also left hand pulls out a temporal crystal that they got from everyone's favorite vendor, Squirt.
Squirt. Say his name.
That's how we know
He's
we're not.
still here. He's still got.
Don't bring him
He
here.
spawns it. He knows how to get out.
So I'm gonna choose to have my initiative roll be a 20.
Okay. So I'm going to assume that gives you a bajillion. I'll just go ahead and put you over there.
I get to choose. I get to basically just choose what my initiative is.
Oh,
like
right.
the
but
number 20?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like your total, or like you rolled it.
No, I don't know if I get to add my total, but I just choose 20.
Fair enough. How about you, Clementine?
I got a natural 20 for 24.
Ooh, so yeah, okay, so immediately back to the previous thing. Is that above or below Esther?
She will go before me.
So that's 20. So you are 20. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got it. Valiant.
15.
15. Down here.
Thanks.
And this Spectre
Oh man.
is going to be coming in hot with a 26.
I also had a 24.
Oh, who wants the...
Whichever. Like
I'll go
just,
first so
Why
I
not
can
put you
do
here? Oh,
Gary.
yeah,
Yes,
I
please.
just messed this up.
Yes, please.
You said Clementine
Put the
first?
buffers
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, me first.
Alrighty. As this thing reaches out from behind the wall, you see this hand moving down, and Valia, you turn around just as it is already descending towards you. That's going to be a 28 versus your EAC.
It just hits.
28 hits. This hand moves down and doesn't make contact. You all see it pass through Valia, almost just grasping through her chest, closing back as it does, coming out as a fist. And hey, Colby! Hero point for everyone,
Colby!
and a villain point.
No.
Wait.
Wait, I'll still take it.
Hey, can we please stop with the wraith? Colby, you know this one goes. You know how this one goes.
I can't.
Thank you, Colby.
Sing along if you know the words.
Say his name and
I believe in Colby.
That's going to be 25 points of negative damage.
Colby's dropping
I haven't heard those
lore in
words in
the
a
chat.
long time.
And I need you to make a fortitude save.
you're feeling bad about yourself.
15.
15. Your maximum HP is decreased by 10. Not stamina, HP. And you are fatigued.
Yeah, we don't have that condition in Starfinder.
I had to kit bash that one. But you are.
It's right here.
You have fatigue. She's
had
talking
it last
about the.
episode.
She's talking about
I
the
know
health
what I know
drain.
what he's given us.
I can't find a fatigue card. So, oh, here is it here? I'm gonna level
Yeah,
with
it's
you.
on the other side of exhausted.
Oh, it's on the other side of exhaust.
you're looking for
Oh, they're
fatigue?
two-sided. That's
Yep.
cool. I
Yeah.
can't find that one either. So one of you can read it, but I know vaguely what it does.
Once again, I gotta do this last episode. The first line is, "You are tired."
You are tired.
You can't run or charge. It's a -1 to your AC, attack rolls, and damage rolls. Reflex saves, initiative checks, and strength and
Well,
dexterity.
melee damage rolls, not gun.
Yeah, 'cause-
Not gun.
Yes. Strength and dex-based skills and ability checks.
Now, question: do bonuses have types in Starfinder, or if you're shaken and fatigued, do you get a -3?
I mean, there are bonuses like morale bonus and circumstantial bonus and stuff. But
These just say penalty. I'm gonna assume. I don't think they stack, but anything that they independently apply to, you've got both effects on right now. I'm gonna say with my just generalized piezo knowledge, they probably don't stack. But as this thing touches Valia, not only do you see the pallor start to set in, the color drain out of Valia's face as she looks back.
What little color?
What
She
little
was already
color
so
there
pale.
is, very pale. Now, color drains out of your hair. How's that? The specter pulls its hand back, and you see this color flowing into it, down its arm, around it, giving it a little shimmering essence as it laughs again. It sinks fully back into the wall. Clem.
I don't know what that thing is. I don't know where it went, but the minute you see it, you guys hit it hard, all right? And that is me giving improved get 'em, so everybody gets a plus.
Improved get 'em.
Improved get 'em.
An upgrade from regular get 'em.
Oh yes, it's improved.
It's in all caps.
Yes, get 'em.
2 exclamation marks.
So everybody gets a +2 to attack rolls, and it's probably already been the 6th round since you gave that boost, so I'm still gonna spend 1 resolve point. Well, actually, no, we just have the 1 enemy, so I won't spend the resolve point. So it's just +2 to attack rolls and to damage. So yeah, and then I'm just gonna ready my standard action for if I see it pop up.
Okay, so you guys know about that, because that was the thing I was going to clarify, because it's a somewhat uncommon mechanic, readying actions, which is a little important when the monster is not really targetable on your turn. Y'all seem to know how it works, though. You're ahead of the game. Know what you're about. Doc.
Doc is going to recommend we move more toward the center of the room so that it has to come further out of the wall to hit us. And Doc will take a sidestep around Aster toward the statue. And readying an action with 10-foot reach to sock whatever direction is necessary.
He's got a long hand. All right, Aster.
Okay, I was reading a lot. Aster's gonna do a lot of things right now. So swift action, draw his hilt, solo weapon goes live. He gets his first attunement point. Aster is gonna spend 1 of his resolve points to activate combat meditation, which instead of meditating like probably a strict rules as written Paizo Solarian does, Aster charges up like a Super Saiyan.
All right.
So I have to make a DC 20 charisma check, and if I get it, I instantly get 2 more attunement points. If I fail, I get 1. So I'm gaining attunement points as a thing. So
You are actually you are trying to go Super Saiyan 3.
Yes. That's my standard action. So there's even more stuff. But,
More stuff.
So Aster.
stuff.
So I'm still shaken, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Aster sees this wraith. He's never seen anything like this before. To reach out, touch Valia, and sees the effect that goes on. So Aster immediately tightens his fist, tightens the grip around the hilt, and the energy starts to burst and burst and burst and gather around his form. And I'm going to go ahead and make that check. That is a 15. Oh, I get it.
He
'Cause I
gets
get to add
it?
my charisma.
You seem so surprised.
Yeah.
So that's the first time I've ever gotten it
Dang!
before.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah.
So Aster goes from this light outline around him to fully attuned in a moment, seeing his friends hurt. And as a move action, I'm also going to spend what would be my 3rd and final attunement point to activate Soul Furnace. So that shaken condition, Aster burns away the fear as I am no longer shaken. He's like, "Come out and fight me!"
Yeah, we got one of those over here too.
Channeling some Amadeus there.
Yes.
Chip.
Yeah, that's me. I just hold my whole turn.
Just wait.
The whole
How
turn.
about you, Valia?
Until
Weirdness.
I see him.
The weirdness of turn-based combat. So I'm gonna rewind the clock just a tad and say, as soon as that specter touches Volley, she lets out a scream and kind of jumps backwards. But in doing so, almost feels kind of sluggish and almost falls over as she tries to move backward. And basically, I'm just going to try to move further back, but not necessarily up against the wall. Kind of
So you're going back, like kind of behind Doc, like back of the statues.
Yeah, maybe one upward. Yeah, but kind of up there. He runs back and just pulls out the gun and is kind of shaking, pointing at the wall where it was. He's like, what was that? And just, I think I technically could hold an action there, so
It's up to you.
I'll wait for if it reappears to fire.
You still holding ship?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it one more second here.
Alrighty. As you all move, trying to retreat into the center of this room, the specter reaches out again from a different side of the wall, its head emerging from between the bookshelves. Still, though, within 10 feet of Doc's reach. So anyone that can reach the specter there that's got something ready, now's your moment. Definitely Doc and Valia. Just you two?
I have my gun. Would that?
Did you got it ready?
Yes, yeah.
Then yeah, the three of you take your hits. Take your shots.
Probably missing with a 17.
17, you're panicked, that bullet goes straight into the books.
28.
And don't forget the +2 from get him.
19 still goes into the books. 28, Doc will hit.
Synthetic 20.
Synthetic 20, you shoot, and as this thing's kind of just amongst the shelves here, your shot too seems to just pass right through its shoulder and hit into the bookcase. It's not going to do it.
39 points.
Okay. Your punch here passes through it. It's not physical. It's got no solid body. But you feel a little bit, just the slightest bit of resistance, like you're punching the wind. This creature is fully incorporeal. So standard, especially physical attacks, are going to have a dramatically reduced effectiveness. Half. A 39 is actually a 19.
I'll just have to hit it harder.
Just gotta hit it harder. Harder and more.
Oh, the Goku approach.
It's gonna reach out, it's gonna take that hit from Doc and just kind of cock that massive grin sideways, its chin just hanging agape as it does, and just reach out back towards you. Just as far. It's gonna be a 37 on your EAC.
Yeah.
I need a fortitude save.
Is that a spell or a ranged attack?
Just a melee attack. It's got
creepy-
reach.
it's
It's got,
creepy
it's got
hands.
reach. He's a big guy.
Are these fear and or emotion effects?
The shaken is absolutely a fear effect.
Okay.
What happens when it touches you is not.
Okay.
26 fort save.
26, you'll pass. As it swipes into you, you're going to take 21 points of negative damage.
Is this halved because of the pass, or is the damage unrelated to
The damage, the pass is a separate thing.
Cool.
The pass is the max health drain, the fatigue. You're taking the 21 regardless. That's just the damage, but you do not see it siphon away any of your essence like it did to Valia, but you still definitely feel that numbness shooting.
And is that to my HP, not my strength?
Does negative damage inherently go straight to HP? Because I think it's still just to your stamina. That's just the type of damage.
Gotcha. Good.
It's not. We're not bypassing the stamina pool here.
A spare pencil. I think there's a spare one.
Yeah, there's a jar.
Would you like to come in, Chip?
There's so many pencils at the table.
Replace that one.
Is he still out?
Moved out, standard swung. He's still emerged. He's in, like, partially in the bookshelf. He's definitely got cover.
All right. Yes, I would like to come in.
I would like you to roll me a d20. First round's free.
Okay. 4.
That's higher than 3. Good thing Doc didn't roll that.
Okay. I will, in lieu of my move action, do an identify. Again, this is against the creature's rarity in the rule book that, of course, we're both using.
That I'm very familiar with.
But I will be...
Because I run this game every week.
Yeah, I'll be taking a 20 and then adding life science or physical science, whichever applies. It's the same regardless, so a 44.
This thing is moving through the walls effortlessly. Its body almost like translucent smoke. It is a horrible creature. Its mere presence is causing this shaken effect before you even saw it. It's simply an aura around it. This is a ghost. This is a specter. If you have anything that can avail you against them, it will help greatly. But this is something that you probably didn't even think existed.
No! One person did!
convinced.
Yeah, we fought ghosts before. There was one in a vault, and
There's
Clem
a
hates
long
ghosts.
running bit of Clem.
As you're aware.
As
you're aware. Yeah.
This is your
You
game.
put the ghost in the vault.
Alright, it's a specter.
This is a ghost that is going to be very resistant to any kind of physical attacks. Even magical attacks
the
are
ghost
not
that
going to
died.
find any real purchase.
You
That
punched that ghost in the
said,
That's why I thought
there is a way. There's a reason that the guards at the Southern Bastion are still some degree of alive. And it's because this thing, this ectoplasmic nature of whatever makeup it does have, conducts electricity really well. It's weak to electricity, and that's about all you got if you don't have anything special to do against ghosts.
Alright, guys, shuffle
Every-
through your pages.
Every time it touches you, it's not just dealing damage, it's siphoning that life force. It's bolstering itself. It's healing.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, I'm fairly central here. Who's got shaken? It's me, Valia, and Ass.
I got
Oh,
Aster-
wait, you burned
Aster
it
blew
off,
I
yeah.
burned it off.
Just you two, ends at the table.
Alright. I'm going to kind of, after scanning this guy, I imagine just panels and pop-ups on pop-ups of
Just
text.
warnings,
One
blinking
that
lights.
is just
It's
text that just says run.
Error
run.
messages.
Yeah.
It's like a
It's like
jump
a horror
scare.
movie. I'm going to, it's like when you're like leaning over a counter, I put my hand on Clementine's head as I'm looking over to Valia, and I say, I can help you with steadying your heart rate, but it will hurt. Your choice.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot her.
Dang.
We're gonna help with your heart rate. Bang!
It is actually with the sedative again, which we never get to do this. We'll give
We gotta
her
do it a lot today. It seems like you always do this.
Well, we never get to do this part of it. It allows her to immediately attempt a new saving throw for an emotion or fear effect with a +3 to that save. So she'll get a retry on it if I could just hit her first.
Nice.
It's not an
spooked right now.
inhibitor, so I don't immediately get to hit her, but because it's medicine, you know, like sorta. All right, never mind. It's not one.
But you're hero.
Yeah!
Thank you, Colby.
Thank you, Cord.
Ooh, here we go. Good catch. Nope.
Get in your house.
Get in the house. Get in the house.
Stay with us.
Man.
It's way better than it was. Do I still get up?
Well, no,
That's
because
not
that
an
was
enemy.
specifically against the Wraith.
That's fair. Well, it's a 28 to hit you.
That should hit me, yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, you're gonna take some damage, but
Okay.
just the sedative. It's
While
okay.
she's rolling that, you want to roll that will save with a +3 and see if you can overcome that shaking effect?
Yeah, just trying to double check to make sure I don't have anything that can give me a boost, but I don't think I do. Come on, please.
All right. I believe that we ruled if I'm dealing medicine
No, I'm gonna-
with the syringe
I'm gonna
that you don't
wa-
take the
once
my
again,
gun's
let,
damage.
I'm gonna let Colby try to help
Colby!
again.
Take your word for it.
Because we were having this conversation about injecting healing potions, and so
Yes.
you won't take my gun's damage, but you will take the sedative's damage. So 7 damage of sleepy.
Concentrated
Non-lethal.
power of will.
What's your total?
With the +3.
And whatever you else will add to
It
it.
got worse.
No.
And it's a natural 1.
Oh,
No!
still shaking.
Take 7 points of damage.
Yep.
I tried, man. I'm sorry.
It's good to see you do just as much friendly fire damage in
Hey.
this campaign.
Yes, that we would notice from watching Strange Aeons.
Yes.
The campaign that Corey runs.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm very familiar with because I support my friends. You got anything else on you?
No.
All right, Clem.
Okay.
Roll me a
So. Chip. Right. Sorry. Scatterbrained.
You gotta listen.
Sorry.
Spooked.
Oh, sorry. Okay, that's a 14.
Higher than 3.
Yeah. So,
You were saying.
yes. Chip, you're shaking, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So, Clem's gonna first swat Chip's hand away as he's leaning over Clem and just be like, "Stop it!"
My apologies.
Also, you can focus up. You don't really breathe, but do it to calm yourself down, okay? And you will be not shaken for 1 round. You can ignore it.
Simulate deep breaths.
You.
Yes.
Chip's lens just zeroes in to
Box
just a dot.
breathing.exe.
He's
Running
holding himself so
diagnostics.
still.
And then
3 posts.
I am going to try something a little fun. So I want to do an identify check on the creature to find weaknesses that make it self-conscious.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I want to
Now
find
we're
what to
playing
mock it with.
Starfinder.
Okay, so we previously agreed with Corey that it's a culture check to figure out what it's self-conscious about.
Okay.
So that becomes a 23.
Go on, Riley. Oh no, the ghost.
23 is not going to succeed
Dang it.
against this ghost. Not quite going to be enough.
So I'm just gonna be like, oh no, it's a ghost, not again! And that's my standard and my move.
He fears nothing. The ghost has never experienced remorse.
You don't know what shame is! And that's the end of my turn.
Doc,
It's a fixed point.
let's get a
Full
D-
attack.
She just
let's
can't.
get a
Cannon of
D20.
it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I did it once to that
15.
elemental.
All right.
Hooey!
Let's get full attack.
Full attack.
Plus 2.
Yeah. 22? 27.
27 I'll give you. 22, that first swing's not going to be able to get it. You're just barely going to catch a shadow of it as it's kind of floating in these shelves here. But that second one's going to get a good chunk.
43 damage.
43 damage.
Shadow box.
21. All of your damage is going to be halved from mundane sources.
Just means I gotta hit it twice as much.
All right, you got one good hit there. That you?
Yes.
All right, Aster.
No.
Oh,
I will use a swift action to activate my whatever this one is called. The sheath array. Basically, I get like a cool suit of armor, and with this, I can activate the body array and give me an energy resistance of 7, and I'm going to choose negative energy.
fair enough. Makes sense.
And with my swift action and burning another nanite surge, I'm going to start regenerating. 'Cause it looks like
Is that 2 swift actions?
Sorry, it's the movement action to
Okay,
activate
okay.
the array, and then the swift action and a nanite surge to activate the other one.
Alrighty. Then we come to Aster.
That will be Aster. It sure will. It sure will in just a moment. Just as I get a rule clarification. Okay. Aster is going to launch himself towards the wall in the Wraith at an unprecedented speed and activating my solar acceleration. Despite doing a move action, I am going to get to do a standard action and do a full attack still. So I'm going to just unload on this thing. And as I do, the energy around Aster flows back to all his friends, and everyone, including me, has haste cast on them now.
Yes.
Ooh, alright. Let's get some swings.
Feels like caffeine.
This happened to me before. I loved it.
Okay, wow, those aren't great. But I have a +2. I rolled two 9s on the die.
Well, let's see how average it works for you.
Fate decided for me, so that would be this. Okay, so both of those would be 27.
27 will hit.
27 will hit.
Yeah.
The improved get 'em is still just a +2?
Yeah.
What's the improved part?
Well, the original get 'em is +1. Improved makes it +2.
Twice as good.
And damage.
Yeah, and it affects damage when it's improved.
So the first one is 46 slashing,
23.
and then the second is 47.
23.
Wow,
Okay.
2 identical hits.
Yeah. So
Two still good hits.
Yeah.
And then that's probably it for you, I assume.
That's it. Yeah.
Brings us around to
But everyone has haste on them now.
Which is 2 actions, 2 standings.
That's I think you get to move and full attack
Nice.
as well,
Nice.
and additional movement.
Okay. Can I use the haste movement to try to, in my like frightened state, just like really look around and see what is around us in this room? Like if there's exits to the north or south, where else we could possibly go right now?
Sure. As you look around this room here, you can see this is another T intersection. It came in from the middle of the junction in this big library. It goes up through a bit wider hallways, 2 wings of this red leather journal collection from the north and to the south. On one end, you see a big pair of wooden doors that are shut at the moment. The doors look like they've seen some attack from both blades and magic. They're crumpled a bit inward, damaged. They look pretty stout and they held. At the other end, you see a hallway that continues up quite a ways, the hallway closest to you, into another collection where the red leather journal stops and it goes more into very, very thick tomes, some of which are open up on pedestals like dictionaries at a library, many of which are toppled on the floor. And at the corner of that is another brass-headed statue of an angel. Then that junctions around the corner to the right, looking like it would meet up with the northern hallway from the center.
The doors down in front of us look like they've held up to a lot of attacks. We might be able to hide there. I'm going to use my full attack to just use my sniper ability with my pistol to fire one shot at the Spectre. I do not. Never mind. Oh wait, no, that's a 7. That's a 7.
Oh.
It looked like a 1. That was for the flat check.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're good. Okay.
Okay, so I start with a perception check against 20 plus 1.5. It's CR.
Okay.
So that will be a 28.
20 is not going to do it.
Okay, so I don't get a bonus, but I can still try to attack it. Which will be a 19, which I know misses again.
He's also not going to do it. As you're in a panic state, that shot just kind of barrows itself into the wall between the shelves.
You do also get to move if you want.
No, I don't really have anywhere else to go.
A logistics question.
Logistics answer. It might even be right.
Is there technology functioning here?
I was
Seems
going to
like
ask
it.
that too.
All right. Good for them.
Everything seems
I
to
don't
be-
have any. Like, if you guys have
Everything
anything
seems to be
you want-
working. I mean, there doesn't seem to be any problems.
We kind of ditched most of our tech when we first arrived on the desert
Fair.
moon.
Yeah.
What little you may still be hanging on to seems like it's working fine, though anything it needs a network of the internet isn't connecting, but it's otherwise on.
And its name is Chip.
The Spectre
He was a
turns its
robot.
head over towards Aster. And as you kind of lock gaze with it, it's one hand up and ready. The other hand comes out of the wall next to you before the first one comes down. It is going to full attack. And I will use this villain point from Colby on the 4. Colby!
What have you done?
31 against your EAC and 29 against your EAC.
You said 31 and 29?
31 and 29.
29 misses, 31 hits.
All right, one hand connects, able to avoid the other one. Your armor proving to not have no benefit against this. It does seem to detract somewhat from this thing's attacks. And it sort of cocks its head the other way, almost a little confused that it's putting up any kind of resistance. You are going to take, ooh!
I didn't like that.
You're going to take 29 points of negative damage. I need a fortitude save.
Okay, let's resolve some things first. Oops. Okay, and a fortitude save. Which one of you guys do I want to use? Okay, go for it. Let's see. That's Colby helped you, and Colby's gonna help me as well.
Colby's playing both sides, so he always comes out on top.
Everything's coming up, Colby. Oh, that's so much better.
Yeah, Colby.
Oh, Colby.
I don't know if that was going to be a good O or a bad O, so good thing it's a good O.
That went from a 9 on the die to a 13.
That is
so that is
four
a 22 total.
Ooh, you needed it too. One of those passed, one of them didn't, but a 22 will pass.
Yes.
You're able to resist this thing, but as it lays down these two swings, it almost pushes itself, drifting back into the wall. It is going to provoke, so you get a parting swing here.
You see, you learned from Malevolence. I love my attacks opportunity.
I know what you're about. I know what you're about. Do you have AOO too?
I what?
Do you have attack? Oh, attack opportunity is default now. Yeah, you get one too. This isn't Pathfinder. You guys all get to do that.
Tried.
You make a swing.
A hero point for that.
Bury your fist in the books.
This is for when I die.
It's important for me.
That's a 30.
That'll hit.
That will hit.
Give me your damage so I can cut it in half.
41.
20.
Oh,
We aren't doing
man.
I mean, yeah. Asters.
You're getting there.
Do you have any spells, or are those all gone? I can't speak.
And
Well,
away.
I have one that could explode
The
the room.
specter goes.
That's you too.
Let's roll d20.
Yeah, I will.
10.
Okay, take your turn.
Okay. I probably won't. I probably hold that actually.
All right, how about you, Clint? Roll
'Cause
d20.
I don't see nobody.
Alright. Let's see. That is a 10 on the die. Forgot to say.
So for reference, when you hold your turn, you can't like step back in the middle of a thing's turn. So if it somehow came out, hit someone and went left, that would all pass before you could step back in. If you ready like an attack,
Already
that
my full attack from
interrupts.
being hasty.
You can't ready. Well, if can you do it as a standard action, or does it just it specifically lets you move and full attack? You usually can only ready a standard. The big
Already.
downside is you can't ready a full attack.
A standard. On attack.
Okay, so 10 for the
Yep.
the stress thing, and then let's see. I am going to throw a. Let's see. Has anybody taken health damage or just stamina?
Just
Stamina.
Okay. Well then, I am going to.
healable. It was Valia's.
I am going to do covering fire to do an inspiring boost. Who's looking the worst?
I'm down to 27 stamina.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna do covering fire for Valia, which that's it's got to beat a 5 DC to do covering fire, and then I'll spend a resolve point to make it inspiring boost. That is a 13 on the die.
Which is, as we all know, higher than 5.
Yes, true.
Canonically higher than 5.
And I have motivation expertise, so when I take an action that restores stamina or health, I can restore an extra 1d6 plus 2 stamina, and pass me the resolve point thing.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
So inspiring support, that restores a number of stamina points equal to your level, so you get 11, and then the 1d6 plus 2, that is 8. So you get 19 stamina back, as I'm just providing covering fire just wildly around the room like, you stay away from my best friend!
Hosing down the books.
Yeah,
Sam Hill, Clam!
he's gonna stay away. I scared him.
Is that it for you?
Yes.
Doc. Roll D20.
I sure do, don't I?
Mm-hmm. You sure do.
Hey, pal. Remember me?
Whoa! You should. That should be it. I think that counts as a 20.
Yeah.
Roll
If
it.
you say so.
Roll it.
It's
a 6.
The same?
That's higher than 4.
That's how numbers work.
We're learning a
Oh.
lot of math. This is an educational stream.
Yes.
Join the whole
Doc
club?
is wise, but he ain't right. I'm gonna use my movement to run into the hallway toward the circle, not getting to the circle, and pretend to fall down.
Okay.
I want to make myself look vulnerable,
All right.
so I'll get targeted.
Like you're a soccer player.
No.
My bluff.
Is he a good actor?
My bluff is a 2.
Oh, okay.
Doc, what are you doing?
Surely I am failed.
I was so close to a natural 20.
That's not what he got.
But
though.
it did double my bluff
Okay.
for a 4.
Bluff versus their like perception. or-
Sense motive. Usually.
Sick. All right. Maybe that worked. I mean, you feel like you did your best.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna. I know it can't see me, so it was more about hearing me.
Is that for you?
I really did beat you so bad at poker.
Hey,
Oh my
he's doing his best. Don't bully him.
I gotta bully somebody.
What you got, Ashley?
Okay.
Don't forget your flat check.
Yes. Yeah. Before I can even do anything.
Oh no.
Ooh, no. I don't do anything.
No, but
That's
you
a
don't-
1.
It's a 1?
Yeah.
All right. Now I don't know a whole lot about what Aster does, but
No.
I know that you have run into the corner. You've swung your sword. You've done some good damage with this light blade. You smash it into the bookshelf, and this thing retracts. It's in the walls. You don't know where it's going to come out from. You don't know what you can do about it. But it's got to be somewhere. I heard you can explode. It can't hide from everywhere at once.
Here's the thing.
Okay?
I can explode. Can't do it right now. Unless I'm fully attuned, and I don't have a single. It's my turn, so I gain 1 attunement point. I can't do that.
What do you got for throw at the wall? What do you got? Your blow up the wall is your mindset right now.
Blow up the wall. Just full attack it.
Fair enough. You don't have any. Your big explosion is full power. So you see Aster just keep swinging. He was in his turn, just battering away at this bookshelf, just bashing into the wall. This Solarian weapon of his just biting into the stone, sending rubble flying out as he just goes. He's losing it.
We're playing with asylum rules.
Valia. Roll the 20.
19.
Okay.
Right now, everything is like the room feels like it's starting to spin. Everything's getting darker. Zavalia, like the chaos and uncertainty and just terror of what is happening in here is really starting to get to her. And with the specter once again disappearing, her first thought is to see what we can do to find safety. And not necessarily seeing an exact escape to the north, she's going to run to the doors down south. And I've got 50
Just
feet of movement.
50 feet? You can get there in movement. Oh, because you're hasted. Yeah, you got 1 billion.
And I'm just going to try to see if they'll open, presumably banging and shaking them if they're not moving.
You rush down to these doors here, and surprisingly, they just fly free. They're not locked. They're not even latched, actually. You put so much force into these doors that actually make me a reflex save.
I was about to say, if you didn't, volley
I was
just
gonna
falls
say,
straight through.
you are like full bull rushing this, and it just like a saloon.
21.
21? You're all right. You catch yourself before you literally fall onto the floor in here. But you blast open a path into another room. This room looks far less bloody than the rest. There's no corpses in here, no murder. It's yet another small library, but it looks like it's been ransacked. Bookshelves topped over, makeshift tables. There's a lot of glassware and piping linked together. A lot of weird alchemical equipment spread across tables. It looks extremely temporary, haphazard. It's just thrown together in the moment. In the middle of the room is a weird, glimmering stone that catches your eye.
Okay.
Moving, I think throwing the doors open.
I think for legal reasons, I want to say that it's just gone one to the left, so that there's kind of a little bit of.
This is the very corner of the
Yeah,
hallway,
basically,
down the wall.
yeah, like the door furthest away from the wall that the specter was coming from.
Fair enough.
And I will just call back, guys. It looks a little safer in here.
Alright. You just laugh again and see the specter fly through the hallway to your side. It is gonna be in range of Doc. He's not even looking at you though. This thing is just flying across wall to wall, but you get a part and swing as it passes.
If I'm also going to spend 2 resolve points that if I do hit it with an attack of opportunity, I reduce its movement to 0.
Ooh!
Sudden stop.
There you are!
Sweet.
Be important. 26.
26 will hit.
Okay.
The good old pretend to fall down and punch routine.
It worked!
I knew this would work.
We fail for it.
That's just exactly how you plan.
Ooh!
Wow.
That's
It does not get much better.
hot dice.
That is, as soon as the math in my brain turns on, 44 damage.
Here we
22
go.
damage? I like 22 damage. That sounds pretty good to me.
Where are you going, partner? Ah!
Laying it down.
As it's coming in, looking the other direction, kind of drifting around the party, you hit it, and somehow, some way, sort of spin it and stagger it in the air. You see its entire form sort of waver. It's starting to lose a bit of its shape. It's becoming misty at the edges. There's no longer definition to the shape of its face or its hands. And it slowly just pivots around to look at you and thrusts out.
That's what I wanted it to do.
You fell for my trap.
Who's my turn to natural 20?
Oh.
Who's my turn to natural
I have
20?
a 20% chance to turn a crit into a regular hit.
Hey!
Here
Alright,
we go,
let's see
here
it.
we go.
What's that, DC 17?
Yeah.
Or just a hot D? Oh, okay, that doesn't look like it happened. That was an attempt. You roll D100s here, right? You don't just do everything with the D20.
Right.
Okie dokie.
We have to do fractions.
They make you do real math over here.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Your guys'
Just
class
wait
is
until you
hard.
hear about a 1.5 DC.
Lol.
The D100 makes it feel like there's a better chance.
Yeah,
Usually, like
it
there's
does.
10 additional numbers there.
42 points of negative damage. Minus your, 7 resistance?
Yeah.
So 35?
I'm gonna spend another resolve point to get my second reaction and reduce it by a further 18. So
Ooh,
minus
so
25 damage.
17.
This sucks.
Your HP?
No.
Okay,
Far
good,
from it.
good. Oh,
Give
good,
me
good.
fortitude
You're
save.
so beefy.
Yeah, just as soon as. Can someone do 105 minus 17 for me?
Uh-huh.
88.
Thank you.
Jarvis, run the calcs.
That is a 31 fort save.
Ooh, I've got some fortitude. All right, fair enough.
I'm all Constitution.
Let's see what you got, Chip. Roll D20.
Okay. I have my ready to attack.
Oh, it's true. You have a ready attack. You get to just shoot. You had that
Yay.
prepped. You're the only one that readied that
Yay.
turn, and then your turn will start.
Yay.
So give me shot first.
Well, I sure hope that
Yep.
here's the thing about the injectables. Is that they seem to break a lot of rules of physics. I'm hoping they break this one too.
It is a literal ghost, so let's see.
I mean, I can use it on robots.
That's true.
I can inject stuff into a robot.
Robots are physical, though. There's still like a machine there.
Hey, he punched it.
That's fair.
Sully, just
He
dream
punched
a little
a ghost
harder,
to
There
okay?
you go. Okay. And you know what? I just you miss all the shots you don't take. I'm using a spark of ingenuity to combine 2 hacks.
That's a spark, so it means it's weak to electricity.
Electricity. Oh, we found it.
Maybe, you know.
That's not gonna hit.
Oh, wait. +2.
Yeah.
26 does hit.
26 does it!
Yes!
You shoot,
Get
charge
him!
into this thing, and as it flies into its body, you see it slow down a little bit, and it just kind of squirts. The droplets just kind
Yeah!
of fizzing throughout its form.
There
the
you go.
spirit twitches a little
some
bit
Sunny
somehow.
D up in there.
sustained
Yeah,
by
that's great.
The complete the secret. The ghost is also weak to weapons that have no logic whatsoever.
Yeah!
Also very
That's
effective.
me, baby.
He's weak to
got very
silly.
nervous seeing the needle still coming. No.
It just whizzes right past you and clatters down the middle of the intersection.
All right, 20 damage from the straight out. Then he will also have -2 to his AC for 9 rounds.
Yeah.
And then additionally, you make me a fort save. You'll probably pass it, but I just want to make you do it.
Yeah.
Joke's on him, he's already dead.
22.
What fortitude?
He didn't pass it.
The ghost literally does not have a physical body.
Yeah.
Fort's not its
Wait a
strong suit
second.
here.
That's what I said.
Wait a second. You said 22?
22.
It's a 23. Ah! You failed.
Fort is its weakest save. It is a ghost.
There we go. Take an extra 11 non-lethal damage, and you're fatigued.
Well, he is immune to that, but he will take 5 extra
But
lethal
it's the
damage.
Starfinder version, so yeah,
It's
it doesn't
future
matter
fatigue.
anymore.
Future fatigue. Oh, you're right. He's not immune to future
Your
fatigue.
descendants will
And
be
you know
so
what?
tired.
Those were inhibitors.
Okay.
So
Descendants.
for 1 round, he'll get he'll also have acid.
Well, Leslie, all right. Now roll me a d20.
Whee! Okay. Hope you guys are in one play. I got it. It's me again.
Welcome back,
What will I
Pathfinder
do?
1. Every turn is 20 minutes.
Don't worry, I'm just hitting this wall in the corner.
Let's just really debuff him.
You're really hitting the books.
Dude, I do debuff. It's the same. I play the same game over here. I shoot you again.
But you haste it.
Out of a simple laugh, I shoot the man.
Full attack?
Hasted. Actually, I don't know if I'll hit him if I full attack, to be honest with you.
His AC is too lower.
You did that.
I did that.
You did
It's
that.
too
You have to
low.
get him.
No, he's immune to the fatigue.
Too lower, and you're
Too
getting
high,
him.
so it's a
That's
flat
a
roll.
4-point swing.
What in row? I'll full attack
Do
him.
it.
This might be rum. You don't know.
That does
Chip
basically
holding
make it
his
three
own
quarters.
arm
Could be anywhere.
steady as he's now back under the shaken condition. Only lost it for 1 round.
Yes.
As he's holding his own arm steady, continuing to just pump out anything. Syringes are flying out, cartridges. He's
Shaken,
leaking.
Get him. -2 on Ghost.
That's the whole game.
There's so much uppy downy going on
Right?
in here.
All right. I'm gonna shoot him. Well, I'll do the first one. This is just medication. It's not gonna help.
Take your medicine.
That's probably not gonna. That's probably not gonna. So 7.
You're rolling at a wash because you got +2, -2 with the shaken and the get him. So it's just whatever your normal roll is.
Yeah.
But the -4 because it's full attack is still.
But yeah, you get
Yeah.
that. But
So it.
Yeah.
evens out.
Well, it's.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I typed that in wrong because I made it say 90. It is.
a 90
hits.
absolutely
It's not that,
hits.
it's a 20.
I promise you a 90 hits. 20 does
it's
not.
okay. Take it. We'll try it again. Whee! That's pretty good. Yes, it is. 25.
25 will hit.
Yes!
Shoot that ghost.
Thank you. I'm gonna roll your damage here.
that
You're gonna
ghost.
take an analgesic. Real medical name. You're flat-footed for 3 rounds.
Another
On
bad
top
aim.
of the
No.
minus
Immune
2
to that.
AC.
So now full attacks are completely negated
He's
in terms of their
no-footed.
minuses.
Oh,
Yes, you
that's
got a
really
minus 2
low
and
roll,
flat
but
footed,
that's
yep.
okay. So 5 plus
And then it's just a positive net 2 from get 'em.
yeah, 12.
I'll take 6, but thank you.
Where do those other
So-
6 go?
I regret to inform you that unless they explicitly stack, for the same reason shaken and fatigue don't stack, flat-footed and the -2 don't stack.
These do stack, I believe.
If it says like explicitly they do, because otherwise penalties are the same.
It's flat-footed,
stack.
which is a condition. This is just a -2 to the
Right,
AC.
but they're both like penalties though to the same thing.
I'll double check. Pretty sure
Okay.
they stack.
What was it? Okay, I'm pretty sure it's the same as shaken and
Yeah.
frightened, but we'll see. Or shaken and fatigue. But it's Clem's turn.
Okay. So, what am I gonna do? I am going to, let's see. let me do another inspiring boost. Who else needs some stamina? Anybody?
I'm below triple-digit stamina now.
How about you?
Half.
Half?
Yeah.
I'll get you. Okay. All right. So, first, the regular D20 roll for stress. That is a 16. And then,
Higher than 3.
yes! And now to beat a 5 DC for covering fire. Well, plus my attack bonus. That becomes...
If it's, I think that's just a flat DC check.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just like a 20% chance to fail.
Well, you know what? Colby!
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 Colby's done so many things in this episode.
Yes! That is a 14, so I passed the 5.
Hey.
And then,
The whole time.
so you get 11 plus
Does?
3. So you get 14 stamina back
take
as
it.
I'm just like,
Education.
get out of here, ghost! And you focus up, Aster. Quit punching the wall.
You're
He's
still
over
just
there.
shooting the entire room wildly. Just
Yeah.
It's just
I'll
going
get the books,
nuts.
Aster. You get the ghost.
Doc, your plan worked perfectly. Now roll me a flat check.
Howdy, partner. Colby!
Hey!
Colby!
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 Went from a 1 to an 11.
Hey, that's what we want to see. He added a second 1.
Yes.
And
That's
now
twice as good.
a consequence-free full attack.
Hey,
Hey.
and this Spectre is looking pretty ragged, actually.
If he had blood, he'd look bloody.
If he had blood, he'd look at death's door, actually.
We said a 26 hits, right?
26 does hit,
And that's 2
especially
hits.
because it's some degree of flat-footed and something else.
But it ain't got no feet, Lieutenant Dan.
A good thing we have the
He's no
something else.
good.
Heck yeah. You just want the flat total?
Damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take it all.
Okay.
If it doesn't have electricity in it, it's all just
The
gonna
damage does get a +2 from get him.
numbers.
I
Math.
84.
What?
hard.
From
He
one
hits
hit?
so
No,
hard.
2 hits.
Oh, 2 hits. I was like, what the heck?
Goodness gracious, no.
Oh my god! I mean, well, he's 84. What happens, my guy? What happens to him?
Oh!
Even half the 42 definitely gets
in
us
Doc's
there.
traditional method of killing ghosts, 1 uppercut into the non-guts, and then a sock in the no-jaw.
Well, he does have a jaw. It's just
Then the nanites spread out to its full form and then immediately shrink back into Doc's fists as it dissipates.
And this, whatever effect your nanites have, seems to be something that's reacting terribly well with this ghost. Well in your favor, as it just blasts a visible smoky hole through its body, almost dissipating it entirely, and that second pulse ripping it apart. There's nothing but a small wisp hanging in the air. Even the ghosts of this world don't seem to have that kind of resilience for whatever tech you guys have brought.
Can I make, before running back to everyone else, can I make a perception check to see if the burrowing sounds like it's still happening?
You're pretty far from that
Okay,
now.
fair enough.
But I mean, no, I'm saying you can roll it, but like you've run a decent distance across the floor trying to get away.
Yeah, 23.
The 23, you focus for a minute. You can still kind of hear that grinding, that rumble in the distance. It's much fainter now. It's almost a growl. Aster, hearing these hands and this specter in the hallway, you come around the corner just in time to see Doc 1-2 nanite blast this thing into oblivion. The rest of you, Valia in this new room in the distance, still very much panicked. A few moments later, with the aura around the specter gone, whoever's still shaken is going to have that fall away.
Does a full minute pass because I was doing my regeneration?
I mean, a full minute will pass. Yeah, it's going to happen.
Am I still fatigued?
You would still be fatigued. That's going to stick. You're still a little sleepy. A little tired. A long spook, just a little sleepy.
HP back.
Chip will rush over to Doc. I saw you fall. Are you okay? Do you require medical attention?
Now, Chip, what if I told you that was a bluff?
No.
Oh, yeah.
You
Old
don't
Doc
say.
still got it.
I was frightened.
Well,
Clem's just like, good job.
thank you. I learned from the best.
You should
stop.
go into
See, I had an
a
uncle.
career.
Oh,
What do you mean you had an uncle?
that too
Aster,
was a bluff.
He
you
is
feel
good.
this weird, almost borderline panic, this kind of instinct fade away. You look at this shelf that you just laid into, this wall you just destroyed, ripped apart across the ground. You look down, and you see something a little weird in the rubble. Most of what's scattered around this area is books written in a language you would have a hard time reading and artifacts you have no idea how to use that don't look like they're even useful without specialized knowledge, many of which are broken anyway. But there is a green octagonal crystal on the ground, shaped almost like a diamond, with a muted light just emanating out from it. It's different, it's interesting, it catches your eye. It was knocked free by you bashing away at this bookshelf. You look up at the shelf and see that there's a little display where it was once sitting inside of a glass case that was probably reinforced, but it's not reinforced against angry Solarian laser swords, so that broke it pretty easily. There's a second stone in there. A little plinth holding the one, a little plinth that was probably once holding the other. But the second stone just looks like a smooth gray rock. Its place of importance seems weird to you, but it doesn't look interesting at all. Not like the other one. It's just where it is weird. Like they were both at the same level of importance.
Guys, last time I picked something up, it was evil, so I just want to point it out there. I want to go pick up this rock. Is that okay?
Pick up what rock?
Yeah, the rock right here.
Oh,
It's green and shiny and looks cool.
Can I hold your hilt while you do it?
The hilt's not. Well, I get what you mean. I could still summon the sword without the hilt, but here you go.
Well, that makes me feel a little better.
Pick up the rock.
Okay. That's what you mean, the green rock
Yes.
on the ground? It's a crystal. It's emerald colored, and looking at it up close, the light from it seems to almost be from a small spark that's just constantly jumping and whirling inside it. As you hold it in your hand, you feel an energy flowing inside of this, into you a little bit. It almost tingles a bit to hold. It's definitely odd. There is a power in this thing.
Okay, guys, I don't feel evil, so that's a huge plus.
promise.
I promise.
That's what he would say if he were evil.
Yeah, but last time he looked real spooky after he got the evil hilt sword
Maybe
thing.
we should cut off his arm.
How many
Circling
times
back.
are you gonna
Why do
suggest
you
that?
keep suggesting that?
You've suggested
You
this
cut
before?
off the infection at its source.
The sword, like, it had energy chains around his arm when it was evil, and Chip was like, let's cut it off.
This is common medical practice. Doc knows.
Amputation ain't always. It's certainly.
Doc knows.
Can I take the other rock too?
Sure. You have a little gray rock too. You grab the little gray pebble. It's a little smaller in the size of your palm. The green crystal's pretty large. You have to kind of grip it with your whole hand. This one just kind of fits in a closed fist. It's smooth. It's cool. It seems utterly unremarkable.
Yeah, it's cool. So Aster has a connection to magic and mysticism. It's more feelings. Like Aster doesn't know the origin of his powers and the extent of all the experiments he was subjected to. But he wants to reach out into that same familiar place that what he knows as magic, and sees if he can garner any information from the crystal that he is holding in his
Magic
hand.
vibe check?
Yeah, magic vibe check.
Magic vibe check.
Give me mysticism.
As Aster goes to pick up the second rock, Chip's gonna get a little scared. He's getting too evil. I'll put a hand on his shoulder. You'll feel a needle go into you. Get a +2 on your skill check.
Oh, that feels refreshing.
Just
actually.
watch it.
Okay, thanks. Nat 20.
Oh! You feel weirdly attuned to this crystal. Like holding it is just right somehow. Almost like it's meant for you, or at least someone a lot like you. It's clearly old. It's from whatever this place is, but this power inside it, it's strong. It's magic. And more importantly, you can use it. The same could not be said of your whole party. The energy within this is going to do one of two things, the people that are holding it. Allow them to access the energy locked away in this crystal, or bestow a permanent negative level as long as they're holding it. You have access. You can do a couple of things with it, depending on how much power you draw out. You can pull out a little, some, or a lot. But even with a natural 20, you're not entirely sure what that will do, but you think it's, I'll give you on the natural 20, maybe unwise to pull out more than a little in close quarters or with yourself or your friends. So probably direct it away from you with anything higher than a little bit.
Okay. Would this be, as our longtime secrets GM?
Of course.
Yeah.
Aster has a Solarian crystal that he it enhances his solar weapon.
Right.
Is this at all anything similar to that?
It isn't. This is something completely different, but still oddly attuned to something about your energy. This little diamond-shaped emerald is something unlike anything you've seen or felt before, but it just feels right.
As Aster kind of holds this, his eyes glow for a second in that golden energy, and he blinks and it's gone. He goes, "Whoa, guys, this is not evil. First off, huge plus. But I think it feels really familiar, and it feels like I could kind of utilize this, but I can't get too greedy with it. If that makes sense. I gotta recognize the limitations. I picked it up and I thought about it a lot, and man, this just feels like I get it more than I really should, but I could be responsible
like
with
that
this.
energy in it is guiding you. Like holding it is giving you understanding of it. Like it's not intelligent, but intuitive.
This is my souvenir, and so is the little one too, because I don't want it to feel left out.
It's got two fun little rocks. Speaking of fun little rocks, Valia.
As the rest of the party starts to collect themselves after the fight, you see Valia in that room kind of collapse onto her knees as that burst of relief following the death of the specter brings her back a little bit, but her eyes tear up and it's just like shouts out, "We need to get out of here. This is hell. This place is awful. We need to find a way out of here."
We will. It's okay. Just, are you okay after that time that you passed out? I'm pretty
fine.
skittish.
I'm feeling better.
Okay.
But this place is awful. I don't know how we got here or where this is, but it's not a good place.
The room that Valia is in is a dead end. This makeshift lab doesn't connect to anything. It looks like it was a single sanctuary. The door is closed, but easily opened. Now that you have a moment to look around the place, you can see it looks like the door was once barricaded, but it had been bashed open already by someone coming before. There's still no blood or signs of fighting in this room. Just that a weird blue crystal that you would have noticed when you opened the door on the floor.
Start to gain a little bit of composure. I'll go very cautiously move to examine that.
As you look down at it, one thing jumps out at you immediately. This looks like it's from where you came from. Not here. This is a laser-cut blue crystal. Perfectly shaped and with a diagram almost like circuitry on its face in white and silver ink. It's a very complex diagram that has no immediate purpose that you can determine. But this definitely isn't from here. It doesn't look like it belongs.
This feels, whatever this is, it feels like we're in the right direction. It doesn't feel like it's from here.
The rest of you come in to look at this as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even with a computer's check, I wouldn't recognize the.
You can make one, but while you roll that dock, as you look down at this is a symbol that you've actually seen before once. When you were looking through the alchemist journals, you saw this icon, this weird, almost overly complex circuit diagram on the face of this. You didn't know what it really meant then, and you don't now. But it's definitely from your world, not this one.
So it's a 23, I don't think it.
The 23, interestingly enough, it doesn't look like it is a circuit for anything. If it is, 23 is not enough to divine it. It looks like it's almost a simulation of a circuit diagram. Like it's just complex to be complex. If it has a purpose, it is incredibly difficult to divine.
Did you say it was floating? Or
No, it's just sitting on the
It's just
ground.
sitting on the ground.
Maybe. So if this thing is from where we come from, maybe that alchemist feller also wound up here just in another room, kind of like this thing. So we should probably go look for him and see if we can find him, and then figure out what in the tarnation he did.
I think, with the little bit we've learned from kind of being on the desert moon of Karth, Volley has really little experience with magic, but from reading the books and being around a few people who have, does she get any magical vibes from this crystal?
It's hard to tell just looking at it. It looks so mundane sitting on the floor. If you found this in a room back on Karth, it wouldn't even look that weird. It's just a strange little crystal with a funny diagram on it.
Go and try to pick it up.
And the instant you touch that rock, a blast of bright white energy shoots out, encompassing and blinding all of you. And you feel yourselves fall. And that is where we will end today's episode of Secrets Between the Stars. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for a totally normal episode of Secrets with me, AJ, your host and GM, who was always here.
Another classic episode.
Another classic episode of Secrets with, our normal stress system that we always use.
Our normal lighthearted, horror episode.
Lighthearted He Who Western sci-fi campaign that you all know and love.
Oh my god.
Thank you all for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, if you're supporting us on Coffee or Patreon, I think we're about to have a hell of an interesting post-show that'll be going up in the next couple of days. But hey, if you're still here, all we ask, give us a follow. Doesn't cost you nothing. Really helps support our growth. Helps show the channel with more people so we can make more of these fun shows and have a good time doing it. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Stay safe. Stay sane.
Oh my gosh.